gonna just segue off that. I started recording. Guys, this is a podcast. It's episode 40. I'm sick as a dog. Goddamn NXL shot me in the neck and is taking its toll on me right now. And literally, it did shoot me in the neck. Sam Monteville made a saying about that. But yeah, guys, so episode 40, we're gonna be talking about the Lonestar Major that took place in Austin, Texas. And yeah, the guest of the or host of the show, we got Brando Barrett. What is up, buddy?
How's it going? I hope I look better, at least a little better. A little new angle. New
color science. Still blocky data rates, but we'll get there.
Okay. It could be worse.
And second up, the other voice you're hearing is Stephen Hatch. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys? Great to be back. Episode 40. Yeah, just got back from Texas literally yesterday. So feeling good, feeling great. You know, getting adjusted to the temperature difference. Because man, dude, it was super hot in Texas, and now it's actually like freezing cold in California. What is happening, dude?
Bro, fuck Cali.
It was 92 over the weekend. It was 92 degrees over the weekend until yesterday, and it dropped 30 degrees.
Yeah,
and now it's raining today.
I was gonna say it's literally been raining all day. I don't know what you're talking about.
The plane landed in the rain. Right, I thought we were like I thought this little part of the airway was like covered by like a gray tarp. No, it was the sky. Great.
It was the sky. Couldn't see shit.
So,
yeah.
You know.
So yeah, there's a lot to talk about, as always happens with every NXL event. Do you guys want to start off with like a piece of like roster change news that I heard about today that I think is kind of makes sense, but it's kind of shocking.
Really?
Yeah.
Harris is off Legion.
Harris Hussein?
Yeah, he has broken ties with Russian Legion. So I have no clue where he's going to end up. I don't know. Yeah, if there's like a team waiting for him.
What are the odds?
Problem is, look at how many guys are on their roster already.
It's also valid.
So they would have to drop someone to pick him up. So that's kind of where that interesting conversation becomes into place.
Was that his decision? Do you know?
I mean, that side of it, I have no clue. I'm going to guess so, but again, that's just me guessing. I don't.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He left of his own will. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, well, and I think the reason that's what I was saying. Like, the reason is he wasn't getting much playing time. It didn't seem like it was a situation that was working out all that well for all the people involved. I mean,
how do
that's
you get robots
outside
hyped,
looking in.
You know, how do you get Russian robots like excited to play? You know,
you don't.
Right? They're just
unless
like,
they're Fetty. Fetty gets hype as fuck, but I think that's the heat effect.
I like Fedorov a lot, for sure. Dude, when you're around Tyler Harmon like that, how do you not get hyped? You know?
No, I just get scared.
Martinez?
When I'm around Harm, I don't like to look at him in the eyes when we're in the pits. It's scary.
You know, one thing I like about Tyler Harmon, he always compliments my mustache. He goes, "Hey, mustache guy," and I guarantee
you. Yeah. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Dope ass dude. It's just when he's in the pits during a match, I don't like filming him, even though I sometimes have to. It's just scary.
And the thing is, right, with Tyler, right, the biggest thing, like the craziest thing when it comes to him playing, without a doubt, is his focus in his eyes, right? Dude, you're constantly just making awkward eye contact through the camera, like
pretty much.
It's like everybody watching it's like, oh, this is so fucking sick. Look at that look in his eye. But you're just like in the moment, you're like, ugh,
meanwhile, I feel like Tyler's trying to like eat my soul out from like in the camera. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
It's like Medusa, turn you to stone.
It's pretty much a similar level feat.
And man, Houston Heat, pretty good tournament for them, not gonna lie.
Yeah, made it to the semifinals. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on the snake side at this layout, so watching all these snake battles was really fun. There's one that is like literally since I watched it happen, it's been on my mind because of how much respect I gained for one of the players that was involved with it. But you were talking about Notorious earlier. The Archie and Zach battles in the snake were ruthless, man. Like,
for sure.
These two dudes for 8 points, I want to say, just pretty much fucked each other up. And respect to Archie, and one of the reasons why I gained a lot of respect for him, never fucking scared. Like, dude was 1 point, Zach came around, dunked on him hard as shit. Next point, Archie was up in that 50, waiting for Zach to crawl around and got the drop on him. Like, it was just one of those things, like, dude, there was no fear, no hesitation. It was, I'm going to the 50 again? Fuck yeah, let's do it. And, I mean, yeah, dude, I gained a matter amount of respect for Archie and, hell, even Zach a little bit, you know, during that. Like, I knew he was a good player, but damn, those two just, they were jousting over there.
Yeah, I talked to Archie after the event. And he was helping out like his I think FSU has like a D2, like a semi-pro squad.
They have
helping them out.
They have multiple lines. I want to say like D2, D3,
something like that, right? And he was helping them out. I was talking to him after the event. I was like, "Hey, bro, twins, 0-4, baby, right?" And so he's like, "Yeah, so it happens, right?" And I'm telling him how he, in my heart, he won the Zach Patient Archie's battle.
I think he did too. I think he did too. I have a good clip.
The score may not dictate that, but
yeah, no, I think he punked out Zach a little bit. Like I don't think he actually punked him out.
How much experience Zach has?
But I think
Zach has been pro for a while. Right?
Yeah. Well, and I'm gonna be fully honest. There's a point where, is the point I posted, the reel I posted. Sorry, you guys gotta bear with me tonight. There's a lot of fucking shit going on inside here, and it's not great. But Zach, when he was coming around the corner to the 50, Archie was already there. This motherfucker, as he's crawling, you literally see his body language kind of like look at me, realize that my camera's already there, and he stops. Like it's like a dead stop. Like, oh, I'm fucking up. What's going on here? And then that's when he like puts it together that, oh, there may be a guy there, and then he goes to dunk him. But yeah, I'm gonna say on that one, Zach used a little off the field assistance. I can't confirm it, but it just seemed a little suspect on that one.
It's high level IQ.
Sidelines insurance.
That's high level IQ. I will say that's okay. I mean, go ahead. I know we talked about that, one of the last couple of episodes talking about like not giving positions away and shit. This Snake was so hard to film with shit like that. Like trying to like set up shots and almost fooling guys and like, hey, I'm looking at you. Like, yeah, you're set up on a lane. I see that. I'm going to get set up here too. Meanwhile, there's a dude behind that bunker that I'm like really trying not to show, but it's like, this is where the shot is, man. It's going to come.
I thought since it was like a ladder snake and they can kind of just like scissor up the road, right? And like Chad George, like that guy was entertaining to watch, right? Going through the snake. It's so satisfying because that guy's a fucking pure athlete, right? Say what you will. That guy could probably play any sport. Right?
So smooth, so fast.
Exactly.
Yeah, watching the guys like him, Mikey, those really athletic snake guys, they were able to just kind of take advantage of that thing, dude. They were all over the place. They were moving up and down.
Yeah, shout out to Mikey Arena, dude. Golden Barrel winner. I told you, bro. I've been a day one Mikey lover since day one, bro. Right? Even when he was on Elevation.
Yeah. It's been day one with Hatch. Everyone on this podcast should know that.
Dude, Mike Arena, that guy, I'm telling you, dude. That guy's going to be like the next Michael Jordan of fucking paintball, right? He's so fucking good. Look at his record already, bro. Guy's won more than 99% of the pro division.
Yeah? I don't know. It is hard to say because I feel like, so
he's won the last 3 World Cups that like
No. I agree. Listen to the whole point I'm about to make though, real quick. So during the Spick and Span show, they brought up the MLPB has made a really cool kind of archival website which shows every single player who has ever played in the pro division of the PSP or the NXL, and it has them listed out by games they've events they played in, quarterfinals they made it to, times they won, stuff like that. And so they made this whole huge list. What's crazy with that is if you look at that list, Damien is one of the highest ranking paintball players ever because he's won 3 out of 6 events that he's played. He also happened to be on one of the greatest teams ever assembled during that time. So it's one of those things that it's like, some of these guys are kind of like, they were boosted to that, if that makes sense. Like we talk about boosting all the time. It's a little akin to that. If you put them on a different team, do I think they win that event? I don't necessarily think so. But I also think if you don't have all those guys together, then that team, Dynasty wouldn't be winning all these events. So like you need them all as pieces, but it's hard to like give 100% credit to a dude, even hell, like a guy like Damien who, I hate to say this, but he was kind of a bench player. When he came in, he made impacts and, he was trying to play strong, but, he wasn't a starting member or anything like that. And if he hears that, like, I hope that doesn't offend him, but that was just the reality of it. And, yeah.
That's something cool to see, at least with Mike Urena, because he's a newer player with Dynasty.
Yeah. Well, and I would say, honestly, like Mike, as I just made that whole fucking tangent, it almost goes away a little bit with him because of the longevity now that he showed with the team. Alex was talking about it on the on Spick and Span, and yes, I just watched that for anyone who's fucking asking. But they were talking about it, and Mikey's opinion is now kind of considered equal to like any of the other guys. Like if he sees something and says it, like they're gonna respect that just as much as if Ryan or Marsh sees that same thing. So he's earning respect and he's earning plaques. They're coming in.
Dude, he got to pro the hard way, right? Like
he was a lone gun
with elevation, right? He got there with elevation. Elevation gets destroyed, right? So then he goes to DMG, right? Then plays 1 year at DMG. He gets picked up by Dynasty, right? Mm-hmm. Because of how much of like an impact of how big of an impact player that he was on DMG, right? Because it's like usually higher level pro teams, right? They usually will seek out a more developed player, right? One that's been playing pro for quite a few years, right? Usually has some pretty big experience, like when usually Dynasty's looking for like Archie Montemayor, right? Which they obviously picked up, right? Yeah. But a pick like Mikey Reno was kind of like out of the nowhere, in my opinion.
So it's funny you say that. I think if you're looking at Dynasty through the last couple of years, that's maybe what you could see with them. But from a legacy standpoint and a historical standpoint, Dynasty's never really been like a pro player poacher. Like they've never been the like, dude, you're popping off on your team, you need to come play for us now. It's always just been like the same group of guys. They maybe bring in a couple dudes who are like grew up in the area or some shit, or a young kid. But I think that was one of the most powerful things with bringing Mikey in, is they're like, he's a little green, he's a little new, he hasn't played for 10 years, but he's a fucking amazing athlete, and we're gonna train him up and we're gonna make him a damn killer. And they did.
For sure, they saw the potential, and they're like, dude, this guy's gonna be one of the greats. And literally, look at him, dude. His win-loss ratio through the fucking roof.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to go check out the site, and maybe there'll be a link to it down below. I can't remember the URL. Did you go look it up, Brandon?
I tried on their website, but I don't see anything on their actual website.
Okay. Unfortunately, because I'm recording the show, I really can't pull anything up. So, they're pretty much go through that list. By the way, if you're out there, there's some kind of funny names to see on there. Our boy VG is on there.
VG, dude, I got to see him this past weekend.
He's tied for last, but he is on there. Damn it!
Hey, he's on there, dude. I'm not on there.
No, and that's the other cool thing. I think it was maybe something I was gonna say, but sick brain. I'm sorry, guys. You got to stay with me here. Fucking. There's only, I want to say, like less than 1,000 names on that list, and that is kind of crazy to think about. Like if you are able to, go pro, join one of these teams, make your way up either by owning your own spot, you're joining a group of dudes that is kind of limited, like in the history. Like when you think about that,
the second you join pro, you're in the top 200.
Well, you're in the top 200 active, but you're in the top 1,000 historical players of all time at paintball. You instantly become that, because there hasn't been that many more people who have played in that division. Like I always say these numbers and you guys never react, and it always makes me laugh, because I feel like you guys don't understand the gravity of that. How many million people have played the sport of paintball, and only 1,000 have played in the pro division at an NXL or PSP event? I don't know if that includes NPPL though, so that could be different.
Damn. So like my dad won't be in there.
Yep, because that was 7-man stuff. I mean, give it a look. I would say give it a look. I will say the other thing too, there's another website that I looked up. It was made by Rusty Glaze, I want to say. It was the old San Diego Dynasty head coach. It's called Paintball Wins. If you Google that what came up for me. And dude has had the it's like a just what's the right fucking word, dude? God, I hate being sick.
On the mind, bro.
Dude, it's so annoying. He has like a whole historical kind of just layout of every team that has ever won in what year and what event they did. Yeah, Brandon's looking it up now. It is awesome, and that includes 10 men. So that probably includes your father.
93.
Yeah,
that's my dad.
OG Ironman. Yep.
Hell yeah, that's cool. Holy shit.
But yeah, so some cool. If you got nothing to do during the week, definitely go check out Paintball Wins, and then. I think I just looked up MLPB, their like Instagram, and I think from that I was able to get a link to the like active roster list that they have.
I'm gonna have to look at that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Being a
sorry, Brand, I can't relate too hard. Just don't have a dad, so I can't really relate too closely.
Christ. See, I thought you were maybe gonna go like, I don't know anyone who was playing back then or anything, but no, he went the dead father route, and that's a route he always went.
Hey, dude, at least you got one, Brando. Got your blessings. Go give him a hug for me. But you know what? It could be worse.
Jesus Christ. How?
I swear, I'm gonna die on tonight's show, guys.
That one wasn't even that one wasn't even that creative.
It wasn't. It's just that every time I laugh, I cough for 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's okay, bro.
Fuck.
God, I need more liquid
Every time you
IV.
stay at the media house, bro. Every time you stay at the media house, you seem to get sick.
Well, considering I've gotten sick pretty much every event for the past 2 years, I'm gonna say it's not that, but solid.
It's a common factor.
Common factor. Okay. I could have gone some places there, but I didn't. Fucking. Oh God, brain work. I don't know, guys.
How was dinner?
Fuck.
How was dinner celebrating with Dynasty?
It was fucking great, but at this point, I don't even want to talk about that anymore. I don't even want to be doing this podcast. God damn. I feel like nothing I say is fucking on or working at all, and fuck me. I hate being sick.
It could be worse. At least you're still alive, Ryan.
It's true. So the part that gets really frustrating is when you guys get home from an event, everything ends. When I get home from an event, everything begins. And so being sick through all that shit it just makes it like, dude, I was trying to get my keys to drive my car to go run an errand today. It took me 15 minutes. I just feel so dumb right now. Like, I couldn't remember if I left them in my car or in my house. I had to keep going, trying to check them.
You ready for this, Ryan? You ready for this?
What's up?
That is the privilege you have acquired through being a full-time content creator. Right? Dude, some people dream of that. And the thing is, you have so much talent to where not only are you just sitting there with a camera recording stuff, dude, you have the talent to edit, bro. Right? And put everything together. Right? So realistically, dude, you're stacking talents on talents. So you have to remember, it's gonna be hard. It's forever gonna be hard. But the thing is, you're good at it and you can do it.
I think the thing is, and I'm learning this more and more as I do paintball media, how good you are doesn't fucking matter. All that matters is, do you know the right person and can you make them like you? Because it really does get discouraging at the end of the day. If shit was just based off talent, like who can take amazing shots, who can nail exposure, who can hit focuses right, there'd be a lot less people out on that pro field. But it's not about that.
I think that goes for a lot in life, though.
I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit, buddy.
True.
I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit.
Yeah.
I want to know the Hall of Fame for media guys, and I guarantee you that's less than 100.
Well, it is less than 100, but I'm going to tell you something right now, and this pissed me the fuck off. I was literally working with the godfather of paintball media this weekend with Patrick Spohr. Literally was the dude who made Heroes for a Day, with dude who made Push, or he didn't make Heroes for a Day, he helped out with that. Brian Benini was the main guy behind that. Sorry, never mind. But I'm sick brain still. All I'm saying is, do you like the web stream, the live stream that you watch? You know who's the dude who first founded that? Patrick Spohr. And fucking one of the NXL media guys kicked him off the field multiple times this weekend.
Why?
He was able to get back on every time, but it was one of those things of someone in a low position was flexing power that they have, not realizing they're literally talking to the dude who made this a job. And that's the type of shit that was starting to rub me the wrong way. There was a lot of things that happened this event behind the scenes where I was like, oh, it doesn't actually matter if you care about this, work hard or any of that. It's just kind of a little bit of luck and who you know.
That's disappointing.
He didn't hit them with the. Is discouraging to other people who want to come up.
It is discouraging, and it should be discouraging because
I think that's just life in general.
Yeah, and not just life in general, but I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I was hearing rumors of conversations that were happening behind closed doors with Tom Cole, asking media people what the reaction would be if NXL just decided to start owning all the content. And by that I mean writing in the contract that you sign that they own or that they have a right to your footage just for you being there and taking it at their event. Which is not how copyright works, but if they put that in their contract, then technically we would be signing that and we would, have to abide by that. to even be able to shoot NXLs. And, you know, I'm gonna be honest, like, you know, we're talking about me being good and all this shit. One of the things I wanted to bring up with talking about that is like MafiaProductions as an LLC, as a brand, made about $27 pre-tax last year, or $27,000 pre-tax last year, which is, that's good. That's
nice,
dude,
bro.
That's crazy. That's awesome. But you also have to think about the amount of time that was put into that. I made less than minimum wage last year for all this shit. And that's fine. Like, it's not necessarily that I need to be making, you know, millions of dollars, but it's just that if you're now going to take away my ability to now sell that footage to other people and to other vendors and stuff, that's, you know, $7,000 of that, of, you know, already kind of small number is just instantly taken off the top. And that's already, that number is going to get even smaller this year too, because Instagram and Meta took away all the Reels bonuses and the short content type of stuff that a lot of dudes were using to get by last year.
Damn,
So
why is that?
Because they didn't need to pay for it anymore. Everyone started using Reels in their platform, and they realized, why would I spend millions of dollars when people are just going to do it for free now? But yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. If you want to shoot paintball media, don't. Like, it's not that great of a thing to get into. You have to love it. You have to have a passion for this game that is different than a lot of other people's, because it'll chew you up and it'll spit you out. Like, one of the guys, you guys know why you don't hear about Let's Talk Paintball anymore? Vince Cunningham isn't on the scene anymore. You know why? Because Iconic Paintball bullied him out. Made him feel so horrible about being at events and being able to work with the NXL that he eventually was just like, fuck this. This is not worth it. And that was a dude who was creating awesome, high-quality media for our sport.
Damn.
That's just the truth. And a lot of this shit doesn't get talked about because you'll get blackballed. I guarantee you, Iconic will not nominate me for a prize this year now because I said that. That's just how that shit works.
I think, Ryan, the thing you should shoot for now, right, is, okay, the real question is, would you say you have the passion for the paintball game?
I will say this. That's why I like working for Alex Frazier. I will never say a bad thing about working for that man, because he has always been about, here's, you know, the amount of money that you're asking for. Here's, you know, okay, that's your quote. Cool. I'll give you that quote. And I'm also going to support you. I'm not just going to like constantly pressure you and make you feel like shit while you're working. Dude, when I'm getting blown up on the field, there's one person who's giving me props. It is Alex fucking Frazier. That is weird. That is a dude who has a lot of other shit on his plate that he should be worrying about. But it's cool when, you know, I hear, hey, let's go, Ryan, stick with it, man. Like, because that happens. And I don't know. That's just one of those things that, like, there's a reason why I will never say a bad word about that man, because there isn't one to be said.
I think it's also, Ryan, you can be the change, bro. Right?
I think this generation,
especially with how much influence you have, right, and the platform that you do have, right? Because you have to remember, right? A lot of these projects wouldn't have anywhere near as much stuff without you.
Well,
right?
I think I'm trying not to be self-centered or selfish looking here, because I mean, yeah, I can kind of agree with some of that, but I also think it's this generation of paintball media that is kind of changing the way. Paintball media was getting very stagnant for a lot of years, probably since the like 2012, 2013 era. That was, in my mind, the last kind of time that it was like, you know, hype and popping, and there was a lot of different people with different stuff, and people were trying to create things. But like when I came back in 2017, that shit was dead, man. Like, there was no one at events. Like, it was pretty much like HK was doing a highlight, Pineapple Productions was doing a highlight, and like, fuck, maybe a couple other random dudes, but like, there was no media. And now, like, dude, there's so many guys out there. There's, you know, so many channels that are pushing out paintball content. There's, you know, all these different like media conglomerate type stuff that has like been starting to pop up, and it is good. I just think our sport is in a very weird spot with players wanting to get paid, and that's cool, but taking a cut of my pretty small average salary that this actually makes for me, I don't know if that's even going to help you really. Like, because I think, you know, I'm trying to be very careful and not dox people and give out information that I'm not supposed to, but there are a couple media guys who make a very good living doing this, and they work their ass off. They, you know, they should be getting that. Like, it's not undeserved. I'm not saying that at all.
Sounds like that's what you should shoot for.
Yeah, but the thing that I'm pointing out is those are the outliers, and those are the guys that there's not going to be very many of.
Because of those individuals?
No. I'm really just trying to be very careful with how I'm saying things because I don't want to get blackballed. And if I say the wrong thing here, I'll never be on a pro field again. There are people who make very good livable wages through the sport and through the work that they do. It's just not always the same opportunities and shit that's going to come up for other people. Like even if they have similar, qualities or skills or shit like that. And a little bit of that is kind of just luck, the social media luck. Like, are you able to have the right video that hits the algorithm? Because I mean, let's be real. You don't get a big social media following by being talented. You get it by getting lucky and being talented. And the main reason I mean that is because everyone can have one video go viral on TikTok. That's literally what TikTok's algorithm is meant to do. It is meant to make one of your videos go viral. So that way you as a content creator want to come back and post more on it. You get more of that dopamine hit. But the problem is a lot of people get that and then they fall off really hard. Like they may get the 20K hit from that, but then they'll never go past that.
Talented enough to keep it. Yeah.
Maybe it's not even talent. It's just like your content's not ready. That's the way I've heard it put before. And it's like you're getting the opportunity, but maybe you just need another 6 months to be able to refine things and get it to a point where, okay, like now people are going to see that. They're going to stick around. They're going to want to watch the next one. And I mean, everyone has that, a good example. And I don't think he'd be upset for me saying this, like Matt the gym rat, dude was posting fucking TikTok dances in the beginning. Like he had to figure out kind of his route and, what works for him and all that shit. And now he's able to have a successful thing. And a little bit of that, honestly, is luck. His first ever TikTok that went viral, it went viral. And he, was able to kind of ride off that because he had the knowledge and the ability to work hard to grow it into what he's done today.
I like Matt. I got to hang out with him a little bit this past weekend.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think luck is involved with it. It's not involved, but you do have to have that high quality, skill, whether it's being able to, post a video every single day, whether it's being like the DQ style, where when you post a montage, it is some of the most dopest shit paintball seen in the last 10 years. Whatever that lane is for you, you just kind of got to find it.
Always got to remember, chase your dreams.
Or don't.
Always believe in yourself.
If you don't chase them, you'll never fail.
No, that is true. And you'll never know what could have been, what should have been, all that shit. Through paintball, I've met some just absolutely amazing people, people that I would have. But that's where the great parts end. There's a couple times on Saturday when I was getting blown up that I really did not want to be at the paintball field. And that's not good. That means you're getting burnt out. That means, you need to figure out something else to create more content that's going to be, it makes you want to get up in the morning and go and create that content and do it more and put the work back into it.
So what do you think? So with that feeling being said, what do you think you need to
do? I don't know, bro. It's a hard one. Social media is a fickle place that, especially if you're a creative and a type of person who it does matter to, shit sucks. I'm gonna be honest, that when that fucking slingshot video failed and just did nothing out of the gate, I fucking hurt. I spent a lot of money on that, more money than I have on any other video in the past. I spent a lot of time on that and I was proud of it. And I still am proud of it. I think we made a banger of a video there. But when you put it out on YouTube and the same 400 people click on it and that's it, it does suck. And it does start to kind of eat away at you over time. I think things that I could do to change it up now would be just, doing different types of content, doing stuff that, I don't know, maybe will work better. And I hate to say it, but trying to find what the algorithm likes. Algorithm likes mic'd up stuff. Maybe I'll go back to doing more of that shit.
So, all right, Ryan, I'm gonna tell you something right here. Ready? So, the video, the slingshot video, 1.2K, bro. That is a 1.2K more than anything I have on YouTube, bro. Don't sell yourself short, bro.
I know, Hatch, but at the same time, I made a really shitty documentary 5 years ago, and it has more fucking views than that.
That is not a dude. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
I still go back and watch it.
Well,
that is not a fucking shitty documentary.
No.
Ryan, you're being
no. Actually,
right now,
no.
You're not
but
giving yourself enough credit, bro.
No. Let me speak for a goddamn second, because you guys are taking everything I'm saying out of fucking context. I am getting a little upset. That video, when you look back at it, there's a lot of things that I did wrong. There's a lot of overexposure problems. There's a lot of, just shit that doesn't look good. Am I not proud of it? No, I am very proud of that. That was the thing that got me into all this shit. And, that was the thing that I was just a 18-year-old kid who had no clue what I was doing. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go make a paintball video. And I did. And that's cool. But at the end of the day, when you look back at it, that video sucks. And I think any artist, when they look back at their early projects, will probably say similar things. But you can still be proud of it. Like, you can still say, hey, that's where I started. Now I'm here where I'm at today.
And I think you have to remember, dude, that video, no joke. There's some people that watch that video, some people, aka like me, dude, it's like, whenever I'm like, fuck, man, do I even want to keep playing paintball? I watch that shit.
Yeah, no, I can't appreciate that. I mean, that is nice to hear. I don't know, man, because it's just hard, dude. This shit fucking, like, it eats at you over time. And I don't know, when I see people succeeding and honestly making more money and like able to do things in their life where I feel like that opportunity could also go well in my hands, yeah, it sucks. But I think that's one of the things we were talking about shit with like DMG Semi-Pro and all that, is like, just got to get back on that horse, as much as it does suck in the moment, and kind of like figure it out and what the next plan is.
I think now it's just a rough patch right now, right, dude?
Oh,
and
for
the
sure.
Thing
Bro.
is, Ryan, the thing is, Ryan, dude, you're fucking talented enough to where you're gonna find that fucking thing. We're gonna, as Mafia Productions, dude, we're gonna be able to find that next thing that's gonna be good, that people are gonna like to click on.
I know,
right?
But until then, I'm always gonna be seen as a second-rate, content creator, because my numbers aren't up there, and that shit eats at you.
Well, also you have to remember, to people like me that genuinely give a fuck about you, that shit means a lot to me, bro. You mean a lot to me, bro, and any kind of success you have means a lot to me, right? And I guarantee I'm speaking for Brando as well, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah.
It does, dude. Fuck what all these fucking random ass haters got to say. Like these fucking random goobs that aren't making any videos themselves. Who fucking cares, right, dude? But the thing is, you're making videos for the people like those fucking DMG kids that like come up to us and are like, hey man, like, are you feeling mic'd up? Like, dude, that's the shit we make it for, right?
Yeah.
The reason why I want to go out and like coach some of the other DMG divisionals is because it's like, dude, I genuinely give a fuck, and it's like, I want to see everybody do better, right?
Shit, you can't hate something enough and care for it that much. Like,
exactly, right?
Hatred can give you passion, haters, but not that much.
Right? These fucking haters, Ryan, fuck what they think, right? And the thing is, right, with that whole blacklisted shit, I think that paintball is such a small thing that it's like, dude.
That's what it is. It is because it's small and people feel like they can control parts of it still.
Right? But the thing is, dude, people will still come. Right? People who genuinely care about and they genuinely like seeing good shit, they'll come back.
Yeah. I think honestly it was hearing that Vince left the sport because of another fellow media person that fucking killed me, dude. That shit sucks.
Are we allowed to name drop that or no?
I think I already did on the show.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it again, but maybe I will. I just feel like, come on, dude. Like, what the fuck? We're supposed to be lifting each other up. Like, we all like doing this crazy thing where we get shot for fun. And the only reason we're out there is so that we can make 10 dudes on a field look really cool. Like, it's not for us at all. We just enjoy doing it. And so that's why I hate that politics shit. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? And that's one of the big reasons why I like the media guys I hang out with. Because, like, we're all just open. And it's like, dude, we're a group. And we're going to fucking, we're all going to get better together. Yeah. Like, dude, when that lane's coming in and me and you are both standing there in it, like, paint does not give a fuck what you look like, or, who you are, or how many followers you have. Like, shit's going to hurt no matter what.
I agree. Right. And Ryan, you're a fucking beast, bro. Don't ever think anything less of that, bro. Right. And don't ever get fucking discouraged from these fucking goobs just because they got a good salary from editing. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
We got to make
sure. And that is a fair point. I think it's just at the end of the day, like, you know, I'd like to be able to not have to worry about getting my Ubers at events. Shit like that. Like, just the little things. And some of that can definitely be on me. I'm probably not, you know, putting out enough content or not doing enough shit here or there. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just this year, especially with a lot of the changes that have happened on the back end of social media platforms, things have changed a lot. And kind of the whole nature of all this shit is changing a lot.
Luckily, we adapt and fucking overcome.
I hope. Like, I mean, I think the reason why I'm saying this is because honestly, like, you know, we talked about it on past shows, but like, the only reason we could do this shit is because there's people who show up and listen to it. And like, you know, I appreciate those guys like crazy, because that's crazy to me that like we can come here and make some, you know, podcasts and stuff and guys are going to download and listen to it. But I think it also, like, it does suck that a lot of the social medias are now making it where viewer support is the more like preferred way of monetizing your content, which I'm not a huge fan of. I don't like going to people and being like, hey, pay me $10. Like, don't you love that video? Give me a super chat. Like, you know, like, I don't like that shit. That style. I see, but that's what like YouTube literally says on its back end now. Is like, hey, mention super thanks to your audience, you know, so they can potentially give you $5 because you made a video. And like, I think that shit's bowling. Like, or I think that shit's really dumb, because it's like, well, yeah, I need to make money. You know, I need to be able to like pay bills, but that's where like ad revenue, monetization, you know, stuff like that. I feel like that's a fair trade there. Like, hey, here's a piece of content, you like it, you watch through it, so now when you see the ad that comes in halfway through, I get, you know, the 20 cents or whatever it is that comes off that. I feel like that's fair. So yeah, I don't know, everything's changing. Paintball media is probably gonna drastically change this year, to be fully honest.
And the thing is, it will change the next year, and it will change the next year, and it will change the next year. Forever changing, I
guess. I think it just sucks when
just
you
like how
realize
it was now when we from 2017 when you first came back and it was dead. Now it's a living thing.
Yeah,
right. You can say you contributed part of the reason why it's fucking living.
I guess dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm more discouraged from coming back from the event than I normally am. Normally I'm super hyped, but like, just a lot of the kind of murmuring stuff that you hear when you're at an event and you're able to talk to people, it just sounded shitty. Like, it didn't sound like paintball has for the past couple years, where we've really been in this growing kind of like positive, like uphill slope. I feel like I feel like paintball really since COVID has done nothing but grow and, you know, become bigger and better.
Okay, well, so I got a question for you about the event. Did you have any fun at the event?
Oh yeah, I had a fun as fucking time. But I'm gonna be honest, all that fun was at the media house away from the event. When I was at the event, it was just a lot of just getting shot and filming shit, and that was fun. And like, I had the, you know, the fun moments with like Yosh when I got shot in the neck, you know, and he's got a funny video of that. But like, events are fucking a lot of work, and I don't know. Yeah. It would be nice just to fucking show up and play 2 games and go drink a beer. Like, fuck.
Oh yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah, I know you can relate to that. So that's yeah.
Right, because it's like, you know, I'm at the same time you're at the field, right? Fucking Bryce.
That's bullshit.
Fucking bright and early, right? But the thing is, right, dude, I fucking love it. I love waking up in the fucking morning with those. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta get up. But I'm like, dude, going to a paintball field. It's like, dude, I love paintball. So I loved paintball. I would completely butcher the quote Cedar told me at one time, but it was about like fucking paintball and working. It's like, dude, I could be working right now, but no, I'm out here enjoying I'm enjoying the atmosphere with my friends, right? Where it's like, some people don't even have this shit. Some people are like some people have no fucking friends. Fuck that, right? So it's like,
they don't have a hobby sometimes.
Exactly. Like, some people don't have a hobby. Some people just fucking sit in their house and read like fucking nerds. Fuck that. Right.
Well, all right. Hold on.
I think those people are probably happy too in other ways, but
hold on. I got a book on my nightstand. My
books
nightstand.
Are not your friend. Books are not your friend. All right. So
It's maybe one of the most ignorant things I think I've ever heard you say, Hatch.
Waking up in the morning, going to the fucking paintball field, fucking smelling that fucking kind of good smelling, kind of disgusting smelling air, right? Dude, I fucking love that shit, right? Knowing that it's like, dude, my body hurts after today, right? Because especially like, dude, this past event, right? Our day got cut short. Our first day got cut short. We had to play 3 matches in one day, right? Because of the storm.
Because the storm that came through.
That was fucking insane.
Yeah. And that probably added to why Saturday Saturday sucked. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Saturday was pretty miserable for me. I didn't really have a chance to eat all fucking day. I was on the field filming pretty much from the first game to the last game. And there was 2 extra sets that day. And goddamn, I wanted to be anywhere but the paintball field at the end of it.
Yeah. Some days it does feel like that, but dude, Ryan, I guarantee that the next event, dude, or like next time you get even at Capital Edge, you're gonna be like, okay, now it feels good, right?
Well, I don't know necessarily that. I know I'm gonna have fun. Like, I still am looking forward to Philly, even though the travel sucks, and it's actually my least favorite event of the year, unironically, now that we're talking about this. But I am still looking forward to it. It'll be a good time. That'll be the fun, things that kind of happen, and the people. Honestly, like, that's the main reason I go to events now, is to go see people. Like, it's fuck, dude. Like, it's the group of friends that I don't ever get to see, but 5 times a year we get to hang out and we get to be roommates for a little bit. And it's kind of cool.
Exactly, right? And I love doing that shit, right? And it's tragic that Brando wasn't there with me this past weekend. Brando, are you still alive?
No.
Okay, no, he's done.
Yeah, no, it sucked not being with you guys, especially just checking up on PBLI and just tears rolling down. Not knowing what the hell's going on because there's no live stream.
Yeah, because we got fucking smoked.
Oh,
straight up.
Yeah.
What's up? You want me going into that a little bit?
Why not?
Yeah, feel free. I'm dying, audio listeners, if you can't see me.
Yeah. Go ahead, Hatch. You break it down.
All right, so with Ryan's shitty weekend, I'll start saying my shitty weekend. But the thing is, right, wasn't that much of a shitty weekend, right? Even though we got fucking smoked, and I'll explain that in a second, right? I still had a good time, and I wouldn't regret it for a second, right? Texas. Goddamn, was it a fucking shit show, right? Obviously, to people that pay attention, we went fucking 0-4. We got fucking smoked, right? And we played. Who we played? We played Newbies, Mutiny, Preferred Mob, and Ology, right? So all those teams, good. All those teams are very, very good, right? And the first match against Newbies, right? We won the first point, sweet, right? And then we fucking lost it from there. And I think legitimately why is because some of it was we were playing the field wrong, right? And especially where I was at, right? I should be the guy attacking the Doritos, right? Instead of just kind of being that guy that's like sitting in the back, then eventually hunts up the middle, right? As soon as we kind of made that switch, we kind of had a little bit more success on day 2, and we had the 3 matches. But yeah, the fucking field conditions were insanely horrible, right? That snake side, which it's like, dude, I played everywhere, dude. There were some points where it's like I ended up in the fucking snake, right? And it's like, when I'm in the snake, dude, that's when shit's going down, right?
Yep.
And so yeah, after the first day, dude, fucking storm, bro. Dude, oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
It's one of the craziest storms I've ever been in.
Fucking Marv. So so keep in mind, it's like 1 and we're at the field and we're like, you know what, let's go get food. So me, Micah, Caden, go get food, right? And Marv. Bro, Marv doesn't fucking realize that it's like a push to start. So he fucking locks the keys in there when we get back.
Oh god.
And fucking closes the door and he's like, oh shit, gotta grab the keys. Click, like pulling on the door. And he's like, fuck. He goes, uh-oh. And then I'm like, dude, are you serious? There's no way you actually just locked the keys in there. And he goes, all right, hold on. How can we make this seem a lot less worse than it is? Right? So we walk up to Cedar and we're like, what's up, Cedar? And he goes, what's up, man? How did you guys get the food? And we're like, yeah, we got the food, blah, blah, blah. And we go, hey, Cedar, how mad would you be if we backed up into a car, and he goes, you did what? And he goes, and we're like, no, we're just kidding. We just locked the keys in the car. And he goes, wait, what? Right? So at that point, we're just like, bro, are you fucking serious? Right? So we call fucking AAA. And keep in mind, this is like 1:00, right?
Jesus. Storm is on its way.
Yeah, storm is on its way, right? Calls AAA. And this is all before we play. Keep that in mind. Call AAA. Guy gets there. The guy from AAA forgets his lockout kit.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ!
The, like little squeegee thing that like inflates, right?
Whatever the fuck it is, his whole kit. He forgets it. So it's like, bro, fucking whoever that guy is, fire him.
Right? He's not ready for his job.
No, he was not. Right. So at that point, we're like, bro, so now we're like, okay, whatever. We'll do it after we're done playing. Right. We get done playing our first match, get smoked by newbies. Right. And now we're like, okay, the matches are canceled because of the storm. Obviously, shit was blowing around. Right.
Came out of nowhere though.
The storm was coming. Right. Yeah. It was.
Like that morning was beautiful.
Yeah. Nearing the end of the day, it was very apocalyptic. Right.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I am just like, bro, what the fuck's going on? Like the storm it went from like gray to like this black teal. It was fucking insane, right? And
you could just see this like line in the distance slowly approaching. Just like,
right?
We need to get the fuck out of here.
And I shit you not, the guy gets there as the fucking storm is coming in.
Oh God, we already left. We were getting in the car.
I am full Naruto running, dude. And no joke, the second he pops the door, all fucking hell is breaking loose, bro. The fucking rain is getting so intense. And keep in mind, I am seeing the most unfortunate souls have no car out there dragging an ice chest for their team. And I'm just like, bro, good luck to you, buddy.
Just getting pelted by hail.
Right. And keep in mind, it started out small, right? Like little things that weren't too bad, right? Then they started turning into, no joke, like paintball sized hail.
Yeah, they were 68 caliber.
68 caliber without a doubt, bro. And Cedar is like, dude, do we pull over in a gas station? And I'm like, dude, yeah, I want a Slurpee really fucking bad. So they pull over in the gas station, right? And he goes, dude, should I stay here? And I'm like, fuck no, get home. We were like 17 minutes away, right? And he's like, okay, shit, I don't want to get stuck, right? I am fucking parched, bro.
Yeah, no, that storm was ridiculous. It's one of the craziest ones that I've ever been in,
bro. So we're driving in the shit's loud as hell, bro, in the car. We're like, oh my God, shit's going down.
When you called me, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah,
I couldn't hear you on the phone. Yeah.
I called Brando. I'm like, Brando, if we die, you can have my balaclava, right? And I'm like trying to fuck with everybody. I'm like, ooh, what if I push the sunroof button, right? And they're like, no. Everybody's like freaking out, right? And so all of a sudden, traffic jam's going on. Cedar makes we can't see anything. Cedar makes like a wrong turn. And then all of a sudden, this officer is like ordering us to like pull over, right? And Cedar's like, nah, fuck that. And the officer's like, sir, get out of the car. And Cedar is like, no. And Cedar's like backing up. And the cop is like, get over here now. And Cedar's like, later. And we just fucking dip. Right?
So I'm confused. Why did the cop get involved?
Because it was like a traffic jam, and to the point to where he was like redirecting traffic. Okay. On top of like these rocks.
I guess I didn't
where it was like
that.
people weren't getting like messed up on this turn.
Okay.
Right. Because
it's very funny how your guys' experience almost 180 from mine.
Ours was literally insane. Like, dude, it was so
fugitives now.
You guys made it sound like apocalypse happened.
It literally felt like it. I was getting so worried that the glass was gonna break because it was so loud. And Marv, big old fucking Viking Marv, kept like, I'm in the back seat, right? Behind Marv. He is reaching behind me, fucking rolling my window down, and I am getting annihilated by the fucking storm above, right? And I'm just like, no. And he just keeps rolling the window down. I'm like trying to fucking get, I'm trying my little fucking hands trying to give this Viking an Indian burn, and it's just not working, right? And we get back to the house, dude. No joke, our house actually almost flooded, bro. The whole back patio was submerged.
Ours was as well. Like our back, the grass in the backyard was just a pool. Like it wasn't solid stationary grass anymore. It was insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely bonkers of a storm, right? So God, the fact that we barely got away with that and getting the keys from AAA.
No, I mean, my story with the storm was I just remember hearing Ahau, what are the head ref on the pro field, start talking over the radio like, hey guys, after this game, pull plugs, we're getting the fuck out of here. Like Tom's called it, like, and that was like the first thing I heard of like a storm was coming. And I was like, what? Okay, all right, well that's good
I didn't
to know.
hear till about like and then 2 o'clock ish. Like
I knew something was on the radar, I just didn't realize how bad it was gonna be. But I was like, okay, damn. So after that match ends on the pro field, everyone in that area fucking is fucking gone. Like, yeah, dude, refs, pop the caps on bunkers, they were fucking out of there. Like Go Sports just gone. Like everyone was like, we need to leave, it's time to leave. So I went over to the Lone Wolf, grabbed the guys. The problem became though that we had a truck for most of our cargo because they weren't able to get like a minivan. There was no vans available or something in the city, and we don't know the U-Haul trick, so we had a truck. Baby. And so I put my Pelican in the back of the truck because we put all of our like hard cases in there and like put all the soft goods in the car that we had. And for about 20 minutes, I was just looking out the back of this truck at my Pelican with like my life in it pretty much, and was just anxious as fuck. But
if that doesn't scream Pelican sponsor, I don't know what does.
I was going to say, to fucking their credit, with goddamn paintball-sized hail coming down, sideways rain, lightning every 5 seconds, there was not a drop of damn water in my case. And that's when I was like, all right, this is worth it. I spent the money on this, and it was definitely worth it.
Like, oh, dude, okay. Our car was I think our car was actually like a little bit fucked up. Not even gonna lie, just
probably a little storm damage.
The hail was. Yeah. It was definitely hefty. And then I can't even imagine what inside the U-Haul was like. I was riding in the other car that we had, right? So I bet in the U-Haul it sounded like a fucking war zone in there.
Oh, so, probably.
Goddamn,
just echoing.
That shit was insane. But
go up to Caden we go up to Caden at the field this weekend. He's just looking off in the distance. Like, Caden, you okay? He's just like, guys, I haven't been the same since that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying PTSD, not tinnitus, but yeah, we could go there too.
A little bit of both.
Tinnitus for sure.
Just shaking.
I was gonna say we could say it's like World War I and say he has shell shock and that he needs to have his whiskey or else he'll get the shakes. And dude, medicine was so fucked back then.
I remember like the in the snow, when you get lost in the snow and the big old Bernard is coming to get you and like the little jug of like alcohol on his, like, dude, that shit, you ain't supposed to drink alcohol when you're fucking freezing, bro.
Yeah.
That's like one of the biggest myths ever.
Well, it's a myth, but they did do it. And I think the main reason is because it does make you feel warmer. Like your body temperature doesn't go up, but like it's kind of like a placebo effect. You almost don't feel the cold as much. And so I think that's why they did it more so, was like, okay, the dog found you. Now at least stay alive until we can get out to you. Like,
it's like, damn, my throat's on fire. This brandy's intense. That's what saves you from freezing. Is just like your throat burning from the brandy.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you become a 50-year-old smoker. What was that voice?
That's me whenever I take a really shot of some really intense alcohol from me, because I'm a baby, bro. I'm not really much of a drinker.
But still, that was like a smoker voice, not an alcohol voice. Like you sounded like you had a stoma.
Woman.
That's me after I take a shot. Not even joking, dude.
God damn, boys, I've been smoking the cigarettes for 40 damn years.
Why is it spicy?
See, that's not an alcohol voice. That's not what that does.
Fireball's a little spicy, bro. At least for me.
What the fuck? It's not what I was saying at all, again, but okay.
Anyway, on to day 2.
Yeah, I guess. Fuck.
So
were we just talking about day 2 though? Because that was when the storm came down and everything.
No, that was
That's
Friday.
literally what we were talking about.
Friday. No, that was Friday. Well, yeah, that was Friday.
Actually, but no, I'm correct, because it was day 2. Because practice counts as a day.
I guess.
It's on my invoice. I count it as a day.
Okay, valid. Okay, so Saturday. Right. So now at this point we have 3 matches, right? I'm talking to our coach, and I'm like, "Yo, let me play the Doritos a little bit more, my style, right?" And I felt like I was getting a little bit more stuff done because I was able to like sneak into like the 50 Dorito, which a lot of people were not really able to do.
Yep.
And we were just a lot of the times we were just like getting smoked when it came down to it's like we were playing more aggressive on the snake side. We were just losing, right? Our survivability just wasn't there.
Wasn't as high.
Right?
Yeah.
And that shit was for sure showing. And I legitimately think that we need to take way more time when it comes to walking the field, because I don't think there were a lot of angles that a lot of people did not know, right? Some people were coming into the pits and like, dude, I didn't even know that angle was there. It's like, bro, what? Like how? Right? So yeah, I think then we
I don't know how the excuse of I didn't know that angle was there is valid. Because like
not.
All you have to do, no, I know, but I'm just saying, all you need to do, literally just go watch a single pro game. Like, I don't know why, but I just feel like you in that 7 or 6 points, what happens, you just see so much shit. Like, these dudes are blind shotting, bounce shotting, fucking lane shooting. Like, it is kind of crazy.
It's just a little bit hard to probably keep track of when you're like in like the stands, right? Watching something or like by the net when it comes to, when it comes to you doing it yourself, like right there.
But I guess,
right.
Well, that always goes back to that. Like, I've heard this said before in paintball, and I don't know if it's been said recently, but like find the dude who plays your spot and watch him. Like if you don't have games until the afternoon, go over to the grandstands and watch whoever the D1 is or the 3 or the snake one, like, you know, depending on what position you're playing. What are they doing? Why are they doing that? Is it working for them? Is it not working for them?
Right. And the thing is, right, I actually did that. I did do that. And that's when I told my coach, I was like, yo, start letting me do my thing. Let me burn out to the corner, right? Stay alive. Right. Because obviously it's like when we were watching the finals back, the play we were adjusting to. I still haven't
watched them back.
Right. The play that we were adjusting to literally was exactly like what I guess was the winning formula, right? Where it's like kind of 4 towards the snake side, right? And then the one, like the lone survivor on the Dorito side, like just kind of hunkering down, shooting a gap, right? And then kind of like late game developing, someone switches over there and then they double team it, right?
Yeah. No, I would say snake was definitely the side that you would want to push and be more aggressive with. But you did need to have at least, you know, a gun or 2 guns, like potentially on that D side, because
without a doubt, right? That's why the guys would be they would be on the snake side, right? But they'd be watching the cross, right? Like making sure the Dorito guys can't move, right?
And we were talking. Spigon's Band was talking about, and dude, shout out everyone who played the I think you guys are calling it the America. It was that wedge on the snake side, with the lay down wedge on the snake side. In the pro division, that job became you go to that wedge and you look at the 50. You don't do anything else. You go to, and so dude, the amount of times I would see dudes like get up in there and then just hold this position, like waiting for just something to happen. It was, dude, it was crazy. Guys are spending like 5 minutes kneeled down. Like, shout out to Blake. I saw him holding it long as fuck one point, but just kind of like, something gonna happen. Someone gonna try to push the snake, because if they do, I'm gonna kill him. But if they don't, this is pointless.
You're either watching that or you're like trying to shoot like a bounce shot.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's like your only 2 options, like sitting there.
Yeah, you had pretty boring jobs if you were in that wedge.
For sure, right? And honestly, dude, you had a pretty boring job if you were playing the Doritos, because it's like, dude, you were just over there kind of hiding, shooting a gap, like, right?
Yeah.
Trying not to die from the snake, right? And I would say, yeah, so when it came to the battle of attrition on the snake side, right? We were flooding the snake. So there were times where we would probably even get like the first kill, right? And then our mid game would just legitimately fall apart, right?
Yeah.
And it's like really frustrating, because it's like there were some people that were like, it's like I just didn't even know what to do, and I'm like, bro, you can't even. I don't even want to hear that.
Yeah, like right? Don't even say that,
right? Because at that point, right, I don't want you on the field, right?
You're a liability at that point. You're not an asset,
right? And
it'd be like throwing me in your fucking 2 position. Like, I'm not going to help out. I may know some things. I'm not going to help out.
The thing is, you never know. The gun is the greatest equalizer. Ryan, I think legitimately we could have a point to where you and me could be playing on the same side. And I think my experience would, I could ask you enough questions
to where you could QB the fuck out of me
very fast.
Yeah, you could joystick the fuck out of me, probably.
Right. So Give yourself enough credit, my boy. You're good. You're freaking baller.
I don't know. But, well, and it's also like, I just don't have an ego about paintball because it's like, I don't give a shit. Like, if I'm good, great. If I'm not, cool. I still have fun. Like, that's not where I give a shit.
I'm fucking ass at paintball, bro. Look at our record. Holy shit, dude. Are you fucking serious? You're probably better
as
than
a
I am.
paintball, meanwhile playing in the toughest division that you can just enter into. Like, you don't have to gain a spot into.
Right? And the thing is, that's where it shows, like, that's not where it's like if you're the best gunfighter. Because you can be a good gunfighter and you can get destroyed. Right? That, like, I would say that's more about, like, teamwork and knowing your team. Because, right, it's like, just looking at like body language, like look at PB Fit. Like they know where it's like sometimes they don't even have to say anything across the field. They're just like, oh, that guy's looking that way. I'm switching. Right. I need to switch. Right. And watch here. Right.
You know the jobs.
And that's PB Fit's formula for success. Right. And until legitimately we get on to that page, we're just not going to have the fucking success.
Well,
right?
It's the same. I mean, it's not like.
I actually talked to Colt. I fucking love Colt. I like that guy.
Yeah. I talked to Colt at the event too.
A little bit.
I was going to say, like, it's not necessarily like mysterious strategy or anything, but I think it's just, you know, teams that play together develop that chemistry. Like you're gonna play better together just because, like, I don't know, one of the points that on the pro field I can relate this to, Yosh Rao played the snake. I don't know if you guys saw this point, but fucking old ass Yoshi got down in there, got down on his legs and got in the snake, which is awesome. But one of the cooler parts of that point for me was it was Yosh in the snake 2 and Ryan in the snake 1, and their comms.
So
that it's literally perfect. Like the way they were talking to each other, the way it was like enough info but not too much info. Like, dude, it was just one of those like times that I really realized, okay, Yosh and Ryan have been doing this together for a long time because
they put themselves in the situation, in that exact situation, so many times to where it's just like, all right,
we gotta close it out, and it's just us,
this, and this.
Yeah, well, and it was funny too because Marsh was alive on the other side by himself, like you said, he was that one D side player, and so like they would be talking every now and then Ryan would be like, oh, she's still alive? And you just hear this, yeah. He's just fighting for his life.
Marcelo's, he goes, yeah. It's just like that every single time.
Yeah. Right? He's like, yeah, I'm here. Like, can you guys do something, please?
And dude, shout out to Marcelo. That guy played so good.
Yeah. But
all the guys on Dynasty did.
But yeah, so I mean, that was trying to relate that back, but like knowing each other so well, like knowing body language, knowing like, you know, I want to do this when I want to, you know, like, I mean, shit, dude. Playing behind you, Hatch, I guarantee you AK knows exactly what you're going to do before you go run someone down.
Exactly, right?
Because everyone has that kind of same couple, like, you know, kind of body positions or something that it's like, oh shit, he wants to go. Like, you know, it's kind of that. Something's about to happen.
Yeah, exactly, right? When you have the same mentality, exactly, right? You're like, oh, damn, it's like I got the fucking Sharingan, dude. I can read his movement, right? So, and the thing is, Brando and I have developed that kind of that bond on the field without a doubt, right? Because there are times where he's like, yo, put this guy in, and I'm like, oh, he's going, right? I know exactly like what's gonna happen when me and Brando are attacking sometimes.
Yep, for sure.
We just gotta get the whole team on that level.
Speaking of AK, that brought up in my mind, because every time I think of the kid, I think of stabbers don't get stabbed. That statement was literally brought up in Spick and Span today. They didn't say it like that, but it was literally like they were talking and they're like, you gotta have that mentality of like, I'm gonna bunker them, or you know, they're gonna come get me. And I'm literally, I typed in chat, I was like, dude, stabbers don't get stabbed, because that's what it is. That's where that mentality started. That, you know, fuck you. All right, cool. You're gonna trade with me, but I'm gonna be the one initiating it at least.
Exactly, right. And a lot of people, man, dude, because obviously, when you get to the higher divisions of paintball, you have to know how much your life is valued.
It's risk calculation.
Exactly.
100% of what it is.
To where it's like, if you just go and fucking stab a guy out, right?
If, you know, let's just say the other team's got 5 bodies, you got 2. If you just go and trade, that is a net negative. Nothing good has happened there.
At that point, you're fucking the one guy on your team.
Yeah, now your bro is about to get bunkered by 4 people. Like,
hell no, dude. Right? It's like you have to know when to do it, right? And it's also right. This is when, like, right, as a stabber myself, a game recognizes game. Mouse, that guy, right? You see a lot of moves where he's like, okay, it'll be like a 2-on-3, not in favor of him, and he's like, okay, puts a guy in and takes off, bunkers a guy, and then gets another one. Right.
I have some. So literally, that situation happened, but it didn't go in his favor. And the main reason why, and hopefully you guys will see this shot on like the Hormesis documentary or some shit like that. I don't know if I actually have it on me because some of that footage I'm able to use and some of that footage I'm not. It's a whole thing. But that shot, he's sitting in one of the wedges on the snake, gunfighting the god. So he's just waiting for someone to come back out, and a ref on the back line kind of like pops his shoulder out a little bit, like just enough. You start to see Jersey. And so Alex sends a couple that way, hits them, and then is like, that's a kill. Instantly, like muscle memory takes off, gets blown the fuck up because the god was definitely still alive.
Fuck, that is so unfortunate.
Yeah, so it was bad timing because like watching it back, you could read his whole like kind of, you know, what he was thinking. It's like, all right, I'm gunfighting. Oh, I saw paint hit a dude. That must have been the god. I gotta go now. Like it's, you know, it's go time. But
for sure,
it was the right read. Yeah.
It was the right read. Just shot the wrong player.
And those ones are tough, dude, because it's like, you know, when you really are like, man, I hit that shot, and you really don't. You're like, fuck. Especially when
you did hit the shot. You just hit a ref.
Yeah, exactly. Right. When
like it's even worse. Like, yeah.
Like, oh, get out. Right. Especially when you hit him with the get out. I'm like, oh, I know I got him. You see that a lot in like you see that a lot in the younger divisions when they're like, everybody will fucking say get out just to have a ref go check them.
What are you talking like the kids division or
the
you said younger divisions?
The lower divisions.
Oh, okay, so just lower in general. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right, dude. The amount of times there was just one guy, bro. I don't know what fucking team he was playing for, but I was just like obviously hanging out with my boy last year. I'll get to that in a second.
Hell yeah.
We were watching this guy, and every fucking second, and they were like, couple bunkers away, right? But obviously, like getting in a fight. Every fucking time he snapped, he said, "Get out!" Like,
get out, get out, get out.
Yep. So every single fucking time he said, and I'm just like, bro. At this point, as a spectator, I'm saying something. I'm like, you gotta hit him first, and the ref looks back at me, and he just goes, and I'm just like, what? That wasn't me, right? Because I'm just like, dude, like, come on.
Yeah.
Because everybody's thinking that.
One of the funny moments that reminds me of that on the pro field I saw this weekend, there was a Canes player on the Dorito side, and he asked a ref to go in for a check, and the ref did, and but like, you know, he gives the all clear after, and the Canes player's like, thank you, ref, I appreciate that. Yelled that out midpoint. I was like, fuck, that's respectful.
Dude, I will always try to be respectful to the refs. Like every time they chrono me, I'm like, thanks, boss. I appreciate you for everything you do. Gotta get someone on my side.
I remember a tournament up in Oregon, a UWL tournament in the woods. I kept yelling at a ref to go check this guy that I swore I shot through a bush. And I'm like, ref, check him, ref, check him, ref, check him. I'm yelling at him. And the ref like had enough, and he looks at me and goes, he's not there anymore. He ran back. I'm like, okay, thank you.
That worked out in your favor.
Yeah. Yep.
What a nice ref.
Dude was so annoying. Like, you dumb motherfucker. He's not even there.
You gotta hit him first. I'm like, gotta hit him first. I'm looking at him. You gotta hit him first.
Yeah, Hatch wouldn't say anything in that moment. He would just keep staring back at Brandon.
As a ref?
Yeah, as a ref. Yeah.
Yeah. You're getting the hard stare where nobody knows where I'm looking. But that's the problem with like the lens where they can see through it. That's the biggest problem.
You can see your eyes, bro. Dude, even fucking pro refs were talking about that shit over the weekend. Because they all had to wear a certain mask. I'm not going to say who, but they just were asked to wear a certain mask, so they did. But most of them, they didn't have like a lens for it, so they just had the clear that was in it. And yeah, they were complaining about that on day one. They had to change that out for day two.
No way. That's fucking funny because we literally just talked about that literally last episode.
Yep. Yeah, no, and that's why when I heard him saying that, I was like, fuck you, Hatch. I knew it happens. Like, yeah, I know it happens.
Fuck, dude. I'm like, dude, nobody ever fucking actually looks directly at their eyes. And then
meanwhile,
they fucking do that.
Like a ref literally was like, dude, I swear to God, he was looking at me. Like, you know, we were making eye contact and that shit.
That's fucking funny. God.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to like that Zach Patient clip I had. Like, I can't confirm that he used me, but it's a kind of sus
theory,
clip that makes sense.
Theory.
He would be getting info from off the playing field. Like, no one said Snake, Viper, Ghetto, like none of the kind of names you hear for the 50. No one said any of those. Like, I don't think there was any word spoken.
Yeah. I remember being at Sepples and seeing like a photographer all of a sudden like take a knee. Is like across the field. And I'm like, hey, caution the snake 50. They hit that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's cool. It's cool.
Shot.
You don't. I've never looked at their eyes though. I've never tried to look at a ref's eyes.
Yeah, that's the next level. That's the pro level. That's the like. I'm trying to see everything. No, man. It sucks too because it's like when you do get that amazing shot that's coming to you, you don't always want to try and set up for it because it's like, well, shit, this dude may live and or get traded depending on like if I whip really quick right now. Like the snake guy's gonna be like, what's going on? Like something's happening. So yeah, I don't know. One of those hard things with filming the sport. There's a lot.
There's so many like things about this sport that are just like impossible to fucking film, right? Like we'll never get like the true like through the eyes experience, you know, unless we're playing like VR,
I wouldn't say that. You have to go look up Formula One. They have a cam that they've started to put in the drivers' helmets, so it literally is like right next to their eye, and it gives you a really kind of like similar look to how they would see like everything that's going on. It's fire. You gotta look it up.
I remember we've talked about this.
Yeah, we have.
How much are those cameras? So how much are those cameras?
Fucking 20K or some shit. Like I don't know. Yeah, but technically that one is possible.
Dynasty would be the
someday
first pros to
that
use
could be
them for
possible.
Sure. Dynasty would be the first pros to use them for sure.
No, actually, it wouldn't even be Dynasty. It would be Alex trying to use them for the doc. I feel like because that's mainly what that man cares about now is getting good footage for his movie he's making.
Goddamn! Shout out to Alex Frazier.
Yeah, for sure.
Love that guy. But dude, speaking of like still people I got to see all weekend, dude, I got to see my boy Nick Horn from Struggle. I love him. Former DMG. Will always have a special place in my heart. Dude, I got to see Matt the Gym Rat, right? My boy Matt the Gym Rat. Dude, okay. Spoiler alert. I may or may not be in the video. Spoiler alert. May or may not.
Ooh. Yeah, because he was interviewing people. Yep, I was staying with 40 this weekend. He was staying at the media house. I was sick.
Mine was awkward as fuck, dude. Because I was like, I basically in few words, but told him how he got fucking railed, right?
Oh, it's fire.
Right. So it was pretty good interview, obviously. But
we'll see what happens. We'll see if it makes the cut.
Got to see Enrique and Ivan, you know, the Gonzalez brothers. Shout out to Brooklyn Bears.
Not the same person?
Funnily enough, they're not.
I will always make those jokes. I'm like, if it isn't my favorite Gonzalez, Ivan. Like talking to Enrique and shit.
Yeah. That's all funny.
And then
speaking about Enrique, I'm gonna cut in for a second here. I had a cool moment with him on the pro field. We because it just fucking hit me. He was getting shots for Tigerware, and I was like, "Damn, dude, you shoot for Tigerware this weekend?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Damn." You ever think that like 3 years ago during 2020 when we were at the field that we'd both be working for major headband companies in like 2 years? And he was like, "Facts." Like you could see that kind of like took him back for a second, but nah, Enrique's the GOAT. I love that dude. He's one of the first like real homies I kind of had in the whole like media aspect of everything.
Dude, shout out to Enrique, dude. Fucking World Cup winner with me, you know?
That's true. D3 World Cup winner.
Right. When you win a world champion with somebody, it's like
you're Eskimo bros for life.
Exactly, right? So
I don't think that's how that term is used, but
it's nice always seeing Enrique because it's like, dude, what's up, bro? My fellow champion, right? At one point in time, right?
Yep.
And I got to see you know who, Ryan? I got to see Lastro Lopez.
I hung out with him too, but not at the event.
I got to see him very little. I remember we were like the first time I saw him, he stopped me and I was carrying this fucking like heavy ass ice chest, right?
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh bro, what's up, dude? Gave him a big old hug and I'm like, yo, I wish I could talk right now, but we play in like an hour.
Gotta keep walking.
Right? I gotta start getting ready, right? And then because the thing is, right, it was cool because right when I'm walking out towards the box, he's like, yo, let's go hatch, right? And dude, having that shit for my boy Lastro, nice as hell. I'll send you a video. I'll send you a picture, Ryan, so you can a high quality photo, so you can
cool.
get that in there whenever.
Yeah, right? Maybe add that in.
Whose iPhone took it?
Karen Baines.
Oh, I remember. I saw that photo because Karen was like, "What the fuck is this?" She didn't know who Last Row was, and she just was like, "Whoa, it's someone who looks like Hatch."
Right. Yep. Because he's like, "What's up? It's Hatch here," and I'm like, "Last Row Lopez, Austin Oni, baby." Right.
Yeah. No, that story was funny.
A little funny story.
But yeah, no, speaking of Last Row, me and him went into the Drinking Bros Studios in Austin on Monday. That was a lot of fun. We saw them record 2 of their shows. Fake News and then their Sports Monday Morning Recap show. But yeah, that's professional studio. Those fuckers are legit. They got a lot of shit packed into a tiny space and they make it work. It was really cool to see.
It was a trip seeing him, not even gonna lie.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of the other funny thing too, is like all these guys that I hear on the show, you know, he's a kind of fellow coworker with them, so like he's just chilling out shooting the shit, and I'm like, oh, sick. All right. It was a cool environment to be in, but yeah.
God damn.
I wish. Fuck. Now my thoughts are getting the better of me. I think thinking of the event. I'm just
reminiscing on the days.
Yeah, while fucking twirling my mustache and it like low-key fucking pisses me off.
If anyone ever wonders what I actually do on this show, you're seeing it this episode. It's flow of conversation and topics, but when I'm sick as fucking coughing half the time, I can't really be helpful with that.
No, you're good, Ryan. So one thing that I want to talk about when it comes to like the event and our play is like just like how I guess I'm personally feeling about it, right? Mm-hmm. Is because I'm pissed the fuck off, right? As sure I love shooting the shit with the guys, but it's like, bro, as a guy who's trying to fucking compete in the semi-professional division, right? Eventually trying to be pro, right? Bro, I'm fucking, that shit is embarrassing. The shit pisses me off, right? And especially with how I felt like some people were unprepared, right? That shit should not fucking happen ever, right? And it's upsetting because it's like, I almost feel like we're kind of glad that there wasn't a broadcast, because it's like it probably would have like probably called a lot of people, probably called some people out, right? Where it's like they were fucking up, right? They were doing this and should have been doing this and blah 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 blah, and right? Because it was really, this is gonna fucking haunt me. Not even gonna lie, like the whispers of a fucking demogorgon or whatever the fuck that shit's called.
What the fuck?
It's like it was really frustrating hearing like people cheer. Right, like I'm pretty sure I heard Matt the Gym Rat cheer for me, right? And then it's like, dude, then we go out and get fucked up, right? It's like, bro, that shit is fucking upsetting, right? Because like, dude, people believe in me, right? And the thing is, now I got to work even fucking harder, right? Everybody's got to work harder, right? So now I'm just like in the mental space. It's like, bro, fuck, man. When people say, "Do you play on semi-pro?" I'm gonna say, "No, I don't. I play on a team that's competing in the semi-pro division," right? So it's like. Now, and especially because it fucking pisses me off, because now people think we're the fucking weakest team, right? Rightfully so. Rightfully fucking so. They should think we're the weakest fucking team. And now I'm at the point to where, dude, sleep on us, right? We're going to be fucking putting in the work and we're going to fucking come back.
Yeah. I'll always go back to those guys. Most of these teams you're playing, you know, you're talking the top guys in semi-pro, you're like, you know, Killers, Blast Camp, Fit, those teams. They've been in semi-pro for 3 years now, most of them.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the one thing, every time you talk about this, I'm going to bring it up every single time. You guys skipped D2. You guys straight up said, fuck that shit, we're going to go play the harder one. And I just, it's not going to be easy. It's never going to be easy.
Oh, and I know it is never going to be easy.
Yeah, I feel like us as a collective went in thinking that it's not going to be easy, that it's definitely going to be a work in progress, going to be, you know, at the very least 2 years of being a very competitive semi-pro team. But you know, I wasn't there. There's no live stream. I'm not watching it. All I see is the scores on PBLI, and then at the end of the day, I'm getting the updates from Hatch, and they're, you know, just quick updates. It's not nothing too in depth. So just hearing the little updates, seeing the scores, and like it, I could only imagine how much it pisses you off, Hatch. It pisses me off because like I'm not there to help. I don't know if I could have helped at all, but the fact that there's nothing for me to do, and then on top of that, hearing that just the unpreparedness, it's like it sucks. It sucks. Like I wish I could have done more to help everyone prepare even more. Yeah, no, to compete better.
It's almost worse because like you weren't even there to like have a part in it. So it's like a coulda, shoulda, woulda type moment.
And bro, dude, everybody on our team should be fucking nervous. Everybody should be fucking nervous for their spot, right? Because it's like, dude, if we need to make some fucking changes or something, it'll happen.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, dude,
I don't know.
We're not trying. We're at that point. We're not no motherfucking weekend warriors just hanging out.
Oh yeah, for sure not.
Right.
And I don't know, but you also, so I was talking, those top tier teams I just mentioned. I know for a fact Fit spent well over about 100 hours on that layout before they even got to the event. And, Blast Camp probably doing similar things. Killers doing similar shit because they're able to go out to like CFP. Blast Camp has Blast Camp, literally their field. Yep. PB Fit has PB Fit. Like these places, I just feel like people see when PB Fit comes into an event, wins all their games. They did drop one to Sea Dogs, but wins most of their games, gets the dub, and they're like, damn, they're so good. Well, yeah, it's because they spent all last weekend with their dicks in the dirt learning that snake so they can come out here and win. And I just feel like there's some people in paintball, and I'm not even calling anyone out, but there's just some people in paintball who don't like understand the level of work it takes to become good at this game.
And I agree. And ready for the sad reality of it. Where I live, I will never be able to do that. The closest paintball field for me is an hour.
Yeah.
I will never be able to have that privilege of I mean, I could, right? But I don't even like the local field. I don't think they give a fuck about the NXL, right? I don't think they only do like their own local little league and
it's like they're not like setting up the layout and shit.
Like rec ball, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
but I also think like there is something to be said there that like if you're going up against these people who have spent the time or hell even the money in certain cases, like does kind of, I don't know, make things easier. Like it doesn't get the job done. You still have to go out there, you got to figure it out, you got to be smart, you got to play good paintball, but it makes it easier, I would say.
It definitely does make it easier, but I don't have that privilege, so that means I have to work even harder, right? And the thing is, I'm completely ready to put in the work. And Brando knows he's completely ready to put in the work, right? Mm-hmm. I think there are individuals on the team that are definitely ready to put in the work, but there probably are some that are not, realistically.
Yeah.
Right? And obviously, I fucking love everybody, and I want everybody to be perfectly fucking fine, but I don't know if that's how it's gonna be, right? Realistically, like Brandon, I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, you should be nervous for your fucking spot, right? I'm coming for that shit, right? I'm just kidding, but
no, he's not.
Yeah, I'm not, but
I'm not.
Right?
That's what I thought.
But the point is, right? It's like it should be so competitive to where it's like at any point, right? Because my goal is like I want to be the kind of guy for my team where it's like, dude, I want to play every single fucking point. Right. But obviously that's realistically unfeasible. Right. You realistically look at Dynasty. You gotta have like some subs.
Yeah. Mike didn't play every point. He was the Golden Barrel Finals MVP.
Exactly.
He even needed 1 point down. Alex went in and played that 1 point. But yeah.
Right. And that's more of an ego thing for me. Right. Obviously it's like I love going out there and trying to be the guy that wins for my team. Right. But sometimes it's nice having a fucking backup where you're like, okay, I get an entire average of 5 minutes, right, of a point, and then the next point is being played, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not even like
I don't feel like it's ego. It's
not ego.
Also competitive because I want to. Of course, I'm the same way. I want to play every point. Like I don't want to sit. You ask me if I want to play. Yes, I'm gonna play. If I'm hurt, you ask me if I want to play. Yes, I want to play. If I'm gassed for air, you're like, hey, you good? Absolutely, I'm good. I'm gonna go in and play. But I don't know. I I feel it's like that confidence in the competitiveness I feel, as well as the ego, definitely.
Well,
but
I don't even that's what I was gonna say. I don't even think it's ego. I think it's just smart competition. Like, okay, let's think of like the fucking LA Lakers versus Golden State Warriors, because I know that's a series that's gonna come up here in a little bit. Yeah, those guys got their starting 5, but they also have a bench of 6 players who at any point in time can come in there and handle their shit. And yeah, they might not be as good as Steph or as good as, fucking LeBron or, whoever is the guy, but you still need those guys, because fuck, if Steph plays 60 minutes of a game, those last 15 minutes, he ain't doing shit, man. Like, he physically can't. And I don't care how good of an athlete he is, like, just being able to kind of take that load off for a few minutes even, it really does help kind of not, you're not going to go back to 100%, but it kind of gives you that time to get that breath back, under control.
The good air in your lungs,
Yeah, good air in, get that heart rate down a little bit, be able to kind of focus a little bit better on that next point, because you're not like fighting for your life, trying to breathe. Yeah. And then boom, you're able to go out there and you're able to, maybe potentially play that extra 3% better that we always talk about, that like little bit.
Yeah. So, obviously I want to play every single point, but it's not feasible,
Yeah. Well, and I just don't think it's even necessarily a smart thing. I think if you're on a team and you feel like you have to play every point, I don't think you trust the guys around you.
That's probably valid, but that I agree with, like, I was definitely, people do feel like that.
Yeah.
But I guess for my exact scenario, I'm just like, dude, like I want to play so bad where it's like, dude, I'm feeling, like in Valorant when you're hitting some doinkies, dude, you're like, dude, I'm hot. Put me in, coach. You know what I'm saying?
And then you overheat.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's me. I overheat. I wasn't saying you, but like, yeah, that's just kind of the general Val type mentality.
No, dude, I'm an overheater for sure, without a doubt. Right. And then
no, and that's a good point.
You gotta know when not to overheat.
But and I wasn't necessarily saying like you're doing it from a place of that. I do think though, if you're on a team and you're scared of your sub coming in, it's not a good position to be in. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're feeling like you have to do everything, every single point, you're going to make more mistakes, because now you're trying to do that reach shit. You're trying to, be the star, be the, the guy who's going out there doing everything. And it's like, maybe we just need you to hold a lane. Like, you hold that lane, that cuts off half the field, and boom, now we can go win on, the other side. But I don't think
comes down to, like,
everyone
trust.
understands that.
Comes down to trust, right? Because it's like, I trust every single one of my teammates, right?
By everyone, I was meaning paintball players as a whole. That's all I was trying to say there. Because I'm not, when I say you and stuff, I'm not like talking about you and Brandon all the time. It's just, that's the words I'm using.
No,
it's
you're
not
good.
always you,
like,
Brandon.
Because, sometimes it's like, dude, like, sometimes you put me in, I make it to Dorito 2. Put someone else in, they don't make Dorito 2 because they get shot off the break. Dude, getting shot off the break, like doing a risky play, right? That's up to the paintball gods at that point, right?
Yeah, that's... Did it bounce? Did it break?
Exactly, right?
Was this barrel full of shit? Was it not? Like, yeah.
So not all plays can be dictated, right, by ill play, right? Some of them can be like, okay, they just hit a really fucking good, like, you're in a spot where a bounce shot has like 10% chance of hitting you and it actually hits you.
Yeah. Right. I mean, relating it to like fucking, people play COD or something out there. Like, I don't care how smart you are about where you're going on Warzone or some shit. If some dude just has a better aim than you, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's these just points in times where it's like people will be so much better that it's, you can play as smart as you want. Their aim's better. You're not gonna beat that.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can out camp. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes sitting in the corner with a shotgun, sometimes that shit will win no matter how good they are.
Look,
right.
I may not have aim, but I have patience, motherfucker. You're coming to me.
Exactly. Just hide with a shotgun and then blast them. Right.
I did
the good
see
old
that
castle method.
On Sunday, you start to see the field slow down, and the snake kind of became that a little bit. Became a little bit of like, all right, who's gonna be the dude who gets up first? Because I don't want to do it. Like,
yeah, and I think what another thing that we were lacking on the snake side, without a doubt, but was when it comes to being like proactive in the snake. Like when you see like Chad George, Mike Arena, Alex Freight, right? When you see those guys play the snake, it's like they get to the 50, and when the game started to slow down, they know the shots, right? They walk the field enough to where you can almost stand up and be fine just looking around, just because the way those pins are, right? Even if there's a guy in that scary ass wedge right in front of you, You can still stand up you can still stand up and block yourself out, right? That's walking the field.
Dude, right? So what's hilarious, I'm glad you said that, because Alex, he said this on the show tonight. He actually said it at team dinner the other night as well. He figured out super early on that you could make that move that he did on Chad George, where you just go kind of stab the dude and then get back to your side real quick. But his thing he was saying, it was kind of funny. He's like, I should not, he's like, I didn't want to give away that move though. If people saw that earlier in the event, they probably would have been like, oh shit, is he blocked there? Oh, how did he make that clean? And then they would have been starting to try shit like that. And it's like, sometimes you got to know when to use those dices or use those dice, and sometimes, hold on to them and not roll it.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of old school guys walking the woods field, just all right, hey, this is here, but let's save it until
let's
the
not do that.
semifinals.
Yeah.
Let's use it when we have to. It's like, okay, I see the point, but I mean, we do got to get there.
That's true.
Valid.
Well, and that's kind of the difference of confidence that those guys have, that they're like, we'll make it there, and then we'll figure that out.
I think that's how good Dynasty is, right? Because it's realistically, everybody on Dynasty has an ace or two up their sleeves, right? Look at the last event, right? When Marcelo did that fucking banana ass run, fucking bunkering all three NYX guys.
Literally, right? From the D corner to the snake corner.
Right? Fucking banana ass run, right?
Yeah.
It's that shit didn't even happen until literally right there, right? So it's everybody on Dynasty kind of has an ace up their sleeve. And that's why I think that's realistically why Dynasty picks who they do, is because they always find the people who do have the ace up their sleeve. Like Mikey, that guy, motherfucker's got a whole deck up his sleeve, not even gonna lie.
Sometimes. Sometimes, yeah. No, fuck. You guys had a badass coughing fit. Oh my god. This thing's kicking my ass, bro. I'm trying. I'm still here. I'm in it.
Well,
committed.
Okay, well, luckily, this is a great segue to go get yourself some liquid IV. Make sure we do those ad reads, Use code.
Yeah. Got to do those.
Mafia_Moffitt.
Honestly, at this point, I was going to wait till the end to do them, but fuck it. Liquid IV. Let me grab the box. Got it right here.
Liquid IV literally saved my life. I'm not even messing with you this past weekend.
That could make sense. I had a couple of their sticks out there with me. It was good.
I should probably grab my boxes in my gear bag. God, this show is hard to do when my brain is not working. Liquid IV, it's great. It's got a lot of electrolytes. It's got the shit that I could have used last weekend that I don't know why it didn't work for me. But vitamin C, all the vitamin Bs. It's got sodium, all that good shit. It's great flavors. I really enjoy the lemon lime. That's always my favorite. I should have definitely, drank more of it. I don't know. I just don't want to get sick at events, man. That's all I want. But they may not be able to give you great immunity, but I will say from a hydration standpoint, this is one of the premier products. If you need water, and I've been drinking on them today because I'm feeling so shitty. This helps you out. Gives you that clear pee, which is good. Means you're not slowly dying out there on the paintball field. Dude. Probably could have drank my piss. It was so clear.
Well. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But yeah,
unless you're zesty as hell.
Like Hatch was saying earlier on, you guys can head over to liquidiv.com. You can use the code Mafia_Moffitt, which gets you 20% off at checkout, and then free shipping as well. So save a little bit of money. And one more time, the code was Mafia_Moffitt, MAFIA_MOFFITT.
And Ryan,
what's up?
Yeah, you said your brain's not working very well.
No.
Yeah, no,
NECTR in your mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you got to throw one in.
Yeah,
get all the editing done.
Get one of them.
Honestly, I would. Other than the fact that there's caffeine in it, and my plan the second the show is done is to get in that bed and sleep for the day. So I won't tonight, but these guys are right. If you need to pick me up, this stuff's great. It's NECTR, NECTR. We've talked about them before on the show, and yeah, we got their nice little logo right there somewhere. But yeah, guys, it's a little energy pouch, so it's got different neurotropics in it. It's got caffeine in it, like I mentioned. There's a couple different flavors. We got the fresh mint, which I had over here. I know Brando's got the mango over there, which he's cracking into. Yeah, they're great. I had a pack in my fanny pack out at fucking the event, and yeah, threw in a couple times during the day while I was getting blown up, and it was nice to have something sweet in my lip. It's like a nice little treat.
I'm excited to do more NECTR content because I have so many ideas.
Well, I was gonna say, you know that sound, the like, it's a reward. That's
It's like a reward.
yeah, that's how I feel with my nectar.
Yeah, especially when I'm like, oh man, it's out of flavor, and then I flip it over, and I'm like, damn, never mind.
More comes in. But yeah, guys, if you want to either check out more about the product or maybe pick some up for yourself, head over to nectr.energy.com. So that's or not .com. There is no .com. I've messed up this URL before. It is just nectar.energy. So that is the .com. So nectr.energy/MafiaProductions. Mafia Productions is all one word. So yeah, head over there. Click. You either use that link or use that same code Mafia Productions in the checkout, and you'll get 2 for 1. So you'll or not 2 for 1. Sorry, 2 for 3 because you get 2 and you get an extra one. So 2 for 3.
Such a good deal.
Yeah, go check them out. See if you enjoy it, and yeah, we always thank our sponsors, NECTR and Liquid IV, for
shout out to NECTR
helping to support the show. So yeah, you'll be seeing more stuff with them soon as well. But yeah, guys, those are the advertisers. We appreciate them. Help make this a little easier to do. But yeah,
so what's up, Brando? Are you coming out this weekend?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll be out there Sunday.
All right, lady.
I was out there this weekend on Sunday, helping with. I thought I talked to Little Ev. He said he was going to be out there. I was like, all right, cool. We'll have me, Little Ev, Michelle. Paul said he might be out there. He might be free Sunday. Or Tall Paul.
Yep.
And then figured like, all right, there has to be a free body somewhere so we can have 5 and run points. I wake up and Michelle's like, I'm not going. Her allergies were fucking her up. I get there and like no one else is there. Like, there's a bunch of teams.
It's NXL weekend, brother.
I know, but like
there were actually a bunch of teams.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was a Pink family, a couple of the gunfight or the street fighters, the City Trees guys.
Yeah, the local Cap Edge guys you always see out there, kind of.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to jump on with Pink this weekend and see what I can get going with those guys.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing. I was helping them out. I ran points with them. That was fun. Helping them, helping DMG family out. Anyone who was on the field that I saw breaking down the layout and stuff. Like there was I really like this layout. Again, there's so many like blind zones. You especially on that Dorito side, like with the W
bro.
And the brakes, like you get real low and like block them all out.
Yep, and you're just zigging and zagging.
It was so great. Yeah, it's fun. I'm sad I missed this layout.
It's okay. Luckily, we're probably gonna be forced to play it for the next couple months. So
yep,
like 7 weeks, I think.
About that too.
Yeah.
God, I just had another really bad cough and a fit. There's like a couple things I want to say during that, but I'm not fully sure I remember them now, thanks to my lungs wanting to expel oxygen at a very high rate.
Dude, at least you got lungs, bro. Some people are waiting for some people don't even got lungs.
Brother, I swear to God, like I get the positivity. Don't hit me with the at least you got lungs.
Nah, right? Bro. I think there's one guy alive that's in the fucking iron lung, bro. Dead ass. I think there's one guy alive with the iron lungs.
No, you can't be hitting me with that shit. I'm forbidding that one.
That one, I gotta look this up now. Who's in the fucking iron lung?
At least you don't got polio. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, like 4 people on the planet do. It's more like one of those things that like it's what's the right way to say it? Like if you get struck by lightning, you're so unlucky that you're like lucky in a way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the odds of that happening are so small that it's like, bro, it was just your time. Like you can't like what are you gonna do?
Yeah, bro. 76-year-old man is one of the last people in the iron lung. That could have been you, Ryan, but luckily it's not.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna buy into a at least you don't have lungs analogy.
From what it sounds,
or at least you have lungs.
You might be on your way. I don't know.
One of the things I thought of when Brandon was talking, I was gonna say, I want someone in the comments, please count every time that I blow my nose this episode. I want to know what that count is because I feel like it's been 10 to 11 at this point.
Jesus.
Well, I hope you feel better, bro. It freaking sucks that you get sick after every event. Sometimes I do. I'm actually really surprised I didn't, especially with the temperature change, right? I'm actually really surprised that I didn't get any kind of fatigue like that.
I know why I get sick, 100%, and it's because I can't sleep at events. You know,
take some melatonies.
Melatonin doesn't really like work for me. Like I've used it in the past, but it's not. I don't know. It fucks with my mood. It makes me feel like a really shitty person. Yeah, no. Like I was just like, fuck. I can barely talk right now. Like my, when I'm taking these pauses, it's like the brain just stops writing for a second, and there's not really like words coming out. But no, fucking yeah, it's just lack of sleep. Like I physically cannot get enough time to sleep to let my immune system recover, and I have to be at the field for every first event, because if I'm not, then I don't have a ride, and if I don't have a ride, then that adds in a whole bunch of other shit and stress and problems. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I will probably get sick from every event.
But that's the great sacrifice that we're willing to make, I
guess. I just like, I'm gonna be honest, today fucking not fucking not about it. This is one of the worst I've felt after being back from an event, and not just like physically sick wise, just mentally run down and just exhausted.
Well, luckily, bro, tomorrow is gonna be a new motherfucking day. New day, new you.
I'm gonna post the same reels, fucking do the same shit. I don't know, man. Fucking this shit's in a weird spot right now, and we gotta figure that out.
I think you gotta remember, there's only one of you out there, my brother.
As in what? Just like one Ryan Moffat? Like what?
As in you, as in your soul, my friend.
Yeah, okay. That's kind of where I was going with that. Yeah.
Right? Because if you think about it, dude, a birthday is just one step closer to extinction, right? Because, dude, there's only one of you, exactly. Only one of you.
There's a lot of similar DNA, but that's a good point. There's
a lot of similar DNA, but there's I mean, I don't think there's very much of the exact same DNA. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a little bit of science fact. I want to say like 95% of every human's DNA is pretty much the exact same. It's just a little tiny.
Like 98, actually.
It is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that little tiny percent that's kind of different that fucks everything up.
It's like 98% is like a chimpanzee, then like 99 is like a human, and then like 99.9998 is like a different human.
And then 102% is a different human.
That's an incest baby for sure.
You got an extra chromosome.
Yeah.
That's for that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, I saw a TikTok making that joke, and oh my God, it was a double it and give it to the next meme. That's all I'm gonna say. Jesus Christ. It was one of those things that I laughed at, and I was like, I'm a bad person. I'm so sorry. Jesus. It's a good joke, but damn.
Honestly, it's almost like if you don't laugh, you go to hell.
Yeah.
People who don't laugh, I'm like, man, you are a sick fuck.
You're trying to hold it in. Like, you just let it out, man. Come on.
It's like, you just say it. Just say it. Right? Because it's like, we know what we're all thinking, right?
We're all bad people.
Everybody likes a good old fucking joke.
That's true. There are jokes.
And if you don't like a joke, bro, get out of here, Karen.
Not actually Karen.
No, I'm talking
not Karen Baines. No.
Wrong Karen.
I'm talking specifically like the random Karens that you see at the Walmarts and shit.
The what's that word? Like the group, the Karen.
The public freakouts.
Yeah.
The public freakouters.
Oh yeah, that.
That's one of my
I just meant like
the
the overall group of people that would be labeled as a Karen.
Yeah. Damn, Brando, you look handsome as hell, bro.
Dude, Brandon really has been looking good this episode. He got his haircut, fucking got a new camera.
Hey,
he's
I had to do something while you guys were working over the weekend.
I would hope so.
Jesus.
I mean, I went 0-4. I wouldn't consider it working.
No, you're still working.
I don't know. I saw you.
Can't even say that. You're still working.
I saw you filling pods.
When the fuck did you see me filling pods?
In Impact Pit, you dummy.
I felt like I did feel a couple.
Like, I know you were in their pits. Like, that's where I saw you guys a couple times.
Yeah, and then I got to go watch on Sunday. I got to go watch Cedar's fiance, Yvonne, play. Mm-hmm. Right, pretty sure they really. I'm pretty sure they got. Yeah, they got fucking smoked. Right, but what? I mean, I'm gonna be fucking honest, right?
Oh no, we were talking about ex-girlfriends. We were laughing at that.
Oh yeah.
I called Yvonne Cedar's ex-girlfriend again.
I don't know if I'm allowed to make those jokes.
I am, because
Yeah, you're
what are they
good.
gonna do to me? Like,
I basically live in their house, so
you know, you're a different scenario.
you know. So, but yeah, shout out to Yvonne. I think she was actually she was low-key playing the Doritos like myself. She was like, what do I do? And I'm like, hey, let me walk the field with you. I'm basically hitting her with the yo. If they think you're gonna zig, hit him with the zag, you know. Hit him with the Rosham and you hit him with the bow, right?
What the I've not heard that one before.
And yeah, they got smoked. They dude, they were having so much they were having quite a bit of problems with like guns and chronoing and all that shit. Right? That was a lot. That was a fucking shit show in itself. But right, luckily they have us, right? The fucking greatest fucking pit crew to ever grace paintball, right?
Well, the hardest working
dynasties.
man in paintball.
Yeah, right. Papa Cedar, right? Shout out to Cedar because that guy is fucking constantly working. He is overtime working, you know.
Yeah, Cedar never stops at events, man. It's kind of crazy.
No, that guy is
like I would say, like up there with media people, like that dude is always at someone's game doing something to help them, whether it's scouting, pitting, playing himself. Like, dude, it's crazy. It's kind of a joke that we call him the hardest working man in paintball.
It is
motherfucker legitimately is.
It is not a fucking joke at this point. It's just a statement that we just laugh at.
We just keep making for some reason.
Right. And like, dude, legitimately without Cedar, oh man, that they wouldn't have been able to do it. They probably wouldn't have been able to do as good as they did. Right.
That's not just Impact. That's any good pit team though. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna like give Dynasty's pit team the credit and say like, oh, that's why they've won the events. No, but it definitely makes it easier. Like, it's one of those things that we talk about. Like, it makes it easier. And you know, when you come into your pits and everything's super organized and nice, dude, it's so nice.
That's what I think we need. I think realistically, one thing that we need as a team is a like dedicated pit crew, right? Where it's like everybody knows what job they're doing. Nobody's like,
shit. That's what you guys are for Impact, pretty much.
Exactly, right? And
like, dude, Logie runs, Caden runs. You guys fill pods. Like, I don't know who's gun voice. It's probably Brando.
And that's
like
also through like that's also through like how would I say it without sounding
seniority, kind of, or
totem
is that
pole,
off, or
very much totem pole.
Okay,
right? And the thing is, I have no fucking problems. Like, if you watch the webcast, I was fucking running pods for Impact on Sunday. Watch the fucking webcast, right? And for some reason,
I haven't even had a chance to yet.
For some reason, dude, people think that like running pods is like the sign, like the signature sign of like bitch made or something, dude.
Nah,
for some reason, people do not like running pods, bro. Dude,
because okay, because I'm gonna tell you.
I ain't gonna name names.
No, but
I ain't gonna name names.
No. Let me say my thing, because people who don't like running pods don't understand the pod war. That is half the fun of running pods, is getting to the point where you know that other team has maybe 17 pods left in their whole bag, and you're like, all right, good luck loading up your pack now, fuckers. Like,
the thing is that what's so funny in divisionals when you do that is because it's like, right, dude, the divisionals, bro, they got limited pods.
That's what I'm saying. You could literally do that to a team. You can make them have no pods. Whereas like literally, pro, right? They'll go send someone to a booth real quick to grab pit.
Oh my god, we only have 277 pods left, dude. Go grab another bag. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So
meanwhile, this D4 team that's being funded by the dudes playing on it, they have 5 each. And it's
they're like,
this isn't gonna work.
40 total, make it work.
Jesus.
So
meanwhile, fucking dude, because the person who'd always win the pod war was AK. AK was devious at that shit, bro. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I took all my notes from AK when it came to the pod war. So, man, I'm a nasty pod stealer. I remember one time Revo, the pod owners at Revo were yelling at me, and I said, "Later, loser."
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I said, "That's my pod, bitch."
Well, that's kind of like that's the pod strategies. You have 2 guys running. One gets far side, one gets near side. Near side or far side guy better sprint his ass off and beat the near side guy on their team. And that's right.
Especially where it's like you're like, okay, you see their pod guy take one of yours on your side, and you're like,
double it and give it to the next.
Fair game.
All right, buddy.
It's like overshooting. It's like once it starts, it's fair game.
I'll be like, all right, Logan, you go get all of our pods. I'll go get all of theirs. Right, we're good.
That's all I'm caring about. Yeah.
Right. So it's a legitimate strategy, and I wonder if that would be a thing that if it got to the point to where the NXL would like step in. Because I remember one time there was a fucking situation where
I don't know.
Some of my fellow teammates would remember this one, but a guy named Stefan, right?
Okay.
Dude, this story is fucking legendary, bro. This was the World Cup that we won, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think, right? Maybe the year before that. Where they're running pods, and Stefan is running with somebody else, and their pod guy is on our side grabbing our pods, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And they grab the same pod at the same time. Bro, they were playing fucking tug of war like fucking crazy over that pod, right? And then Stefan's just like, "Get the fuck off me, bitch! Give me that shit!" I started grabbing all the pods, right? And then so after that, me, AK, and like some other people were like, "All right, that's how we're gonna do." So we had an armada of pod runners. And I'm not even fucking
around. 5 dudes out.
Where Stefan had a pod bag, I had a pod bag, AK had a box, someone else had a box, right? And so we were like, all right, bitch. So then we all started when point approved, dude.
Points
flying
approved.
Flying fucking V for their pods, right? And we're just like, dude, dude, okay. And this is the thing that's funny when it comes to like the NXL stepping in, the refs did step in. Because the thing is, right, those guys were being fucking assholes. They were low-key shoulder checking our asses. And obviously, we ain't going down like no bitches. We were shoulder checking back, right? And so
you guys are fucking getting in a fist fight over pods.
The refs are obviously seeing
so
this
I
very combative pod running war, right?
Horns.
Right. So then the point to where we're like fucking huffing and puffing. And we're like, yeah, good shit, boys, right? And the ref comes over and goes, all right, guys, relax. We're like, dude, they started it first, right? We're just finishing it, right? And the ref's like, all right. At the most, 2 pod runners on the field, right? And then so at that point, we chilled out, but they never came to our side again. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah. Well, and it is funny in paintball how it's always the dude who finishes it who gets in trouble. It's never the guy who starts it, because that usually goes under the table. Like no one sees the starting, and then you're like, "All right, motherfucker, we're gonna finish this." And then you get a gross major because you stand over someone and you get put in paintball jail.
And then AK does it right after. Actually, that was when I actually got caught for starting it. I started it, and AK did it and got no punishment. Like what the fuck?
They liked AK. That ref, dude, refs don't like you, bro. I don't know what it is. Like you're a nice guy. What the fuck?
And the thing is, right, I was actually being very conscious of that, right? Like truly trying to like, be accurate with my shots, right? Where it's like, all right, kill, move on, right? There was one time where I actually like snapped on the inside, right? Like maybe like 2 balls, and like we were playing against Ology, right? I snapped on the inside, like snap felt pretty good, right? I didn't know I hit him, right? So then I switch hands and come out on the next side, right? Obviously, I'm gonna come out shooting, right? If you don't come out shooting, you're a dumbass, right? So I come out, and obviously my first 2 balls from the first exchange hit. And so then I'm just like, at that point, I'm putting like 2 into his pack. And the ref behind me at the 50-yard line on the Dorito side goes, he has like an accent. He goes, hey, and it gives me the finger, right? Like come here finger, and then just fucking pulls a minor. And I'm like, what?
On what?
For overshooting. For overshooting like that. And I'm like,
that's why I hate that overshooting is a penalty, because that's
right. Micah is behind, right? Because at that point, that ref's discretion, that guy's a motherfucking pussy. Tell me you haven't played without telling me you haven't played, right?
Yeah.
And then Micah is behind me arguing my case. He goes, dude, he shot him twice. Relax. And then the ref's like,
does this ref know that every time you pull the trigger on a higher end paintball marker, it shoots 3 fucking balls? And literally like, every trigger pull is a burst. It's brr, 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 brr. Like, dude, God, that's just such soft pussy shit, bro. Like,
right? And I'm like, dude, I thought this was semi-pro. I thought we signed up for this shit.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, I wonder if maybe they got a talking to after the last event. I wonder if maybe they were told to kind of keep it in check a little bit more, maybe because of the punch that was thrown and all that dumb shit.
That shit is so whack. Let me tell you, if that shit happens again with that same guy and he doesn't get banned, right? And the thing is, right, I like J-Mac. He's a cool guy, right? At least to me, he's a cool guy, right? Yeah. But I will say it does seem like his temper does get a little hot sometimes, right? Like when they were doing practice, he got shot like twice extra, and he was like going off on the guy, and I with language that I can't even say on here, right? and I'm just like, man,
if YouTube doesn't like it, you know it's bad.
Right. Yeah. And I'm just like, yikes, man. Like it was only 2 balls.
It's only 2 balls. Like, that's just like, I would want you to give me more. In fact, you tell people that.
Right. That shit fuels me, bro.
To give you more.
Right. It fucking fuels me. It's like, dude, if you don't when people run me down, they're like, I just gave you one in the pack. I'm like, you fucking pussy.
He literally says this. Like, I hope no one out there doesn't believe this. Cause yeah, he literally is like, give it to me. I want it.
Exactly. Because
like if someone blows the horn and hatches 1v5, he wants to get run down. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm just like, bro, why fucking blow it on me? At least let me go for it, right? Because
at least let me try to win the 1v5.
Through the law of chaos, there's a scenario that I win that.
I guess that's true. There is a 1% chance, and that 1% of the time you will win that point. Right. Just is the dice gonna roll on that?
Exactly. The 99-headed dice. Is that shit?
Dude, it's a D100.
Right, and the thing is, I will roll that dice every fucking time. Right.
Yeah.
So
okay.
You know, dude, the laws of chaos. And the thing is, dude, there have probably been a couple points in my career where, man, that shit's hit, and I'm like, all right, hitting on red, and then
hitting on red.
Swinging a hit out of the park, you know what I'm saying? Dude. And works out for me.
Speaking of roulette, fucking one of the Knights of the Media House, Fitz, he's the editor for Lone Wolf Paintball. He pulled up his like DraftKings account, and I think he was like putting in a sports bet or something for the next day. But he looks at me and he's like, Ryan, pick a number. And I was like, well, what? Like, oh, God. What number? Like, what is it? A big number? Like 3 digits? And he's like, 1 and 36. You know, like 1 through that. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Not bad.
12 or 21. And he's like, all right. So he put $1 on 21, which is my number, and he put $1 on 13, which was his number. Motherfucker, 13 came on roulette. And even though it was just $1, it was just still the most hypest thing ever. When he was just like, what's your number? All right, cool. And he just sent it. And I was like, damn, Fitz, let's go, man.
It's the little things in life.
Yeah.
Right?
That was a sweet moment.
What a good one, dude. We
also, I think what sucks with this year too is a lot of the content that I'm filming is not going to be seen for 8 months. And when it is seen, no one's going to know I actually shot it. Like, there, you know, it's one of those things that it's like, it's in a film, you know, like it's in a documentary or whatever. Like, it's just, I don't know.
You shot stuff for the Hormesis commercial, right?
Hormesis commercial?
The Hormesis commercial, the one that they were playing during the webcast.
Yeah,
maybe.
Sure a lot of that at Capital Edge was your footage,
dude. I did not even see that. If that was a thing that was happening.
well, I was pretty sure that it was yours, and I'm like, damn, I'm pretty sure that
it might
like,
be some of Miko's too, because I think he was out there. But yeah, dude, God, that just shows. I hope that really illustrated to people the black hole that I go into at events. I didn't even know Hormesis had a goddamn commercial on Go Sports, and I'm working for them.
I think it's funny is that was like they only did fucking 2 commercials. They did that shit and the fucking 10 Dead Men trailer, and I'm just like, bruh, I'm fucking sick and tired of watching that same shit. There's like a billion other fucking commercials. That well, people.
It also goes to Go Sports needs to be selling their airtime a little bit better, but at the same time, how many companies are going to want to buy ad space on a, like gated wall type platform? Like you have to have a password to get in type thing.
Valid, but I think maybe more than 1.5 commercials would be nice.
I don't disagree. But, I'm just for the realism fact, that's probably why they aren't able to, honestly. It's just because, maybe they're able to go to a company and be like, hey, you'll get 10,000 eyes. But that's it. Like, no one will ever see it past that unless maybe this, goes on YouTube or something later. Like, it's not a really public facing video.
I'm gonna pay for a single second of me mooning the camera on Go Sports for the commercial.
Honestly, that would be hilarious if we made a From the Sidelines like advertisement, and it's just Hatch mooning the camera for 5 seconds, and then it shows the logo, and then just hard cut out.
And the thing is, right?
And you get to see that 48 times a day at the NXL.
Jesus, just on repeat.
Low key, dude, that could be like a goal that we could try. Is like, dude, imagine we really do try to get like 10 seconds of like something like in Go Sports. Could you fucking imagine how sick that would be?
I know Spick and Span did the same thing. They made a little commercial.
They did do that.
For it.
I did see one of their commercials actually. Okay. 3.15.
3.15. Okay.
Right. So I did see that one actually. So, you know, well, now we got goals to shoot for.
It's true. But yeah, guys, what's up, Brando?
Oh, if we do that, if you know, we get Hatch's bare ass in a little commercial, I want like one of those old school plasma TVs where it's gonna burn an image into my screen. You know, no matter what channel I flip to, it's there. I could see it.
That's gonna be like the amount of time and effort you're gonna have to put into this. You're gonna have to play the commercial on repeat for like days, like a month, even, like not a short amount of time, and then all for the joke of every time you play something on TV, you get to see Hatch's ass.
There it is.
I don't know if that's worth it, but do you, man?
To me it is.
Yeah, do you?
It's worth it to me.
Fair.
The thing is, Ryan, is I actually have had a couple ideas of how we can like create something ish kind of like that, to where it would be like, you know how like the Spick and Span has like their little fucking heads or whatever.
The heads, like the little characters they do.
Yeah. Oh god.
See, it's not just me.
Sick. Stop getting me sick.
I'm getting him sick through the camera. It's taking place.
Damn it, dude.
En nombre de este impondré.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm
All
ready,
right.
I'm ready to be taken.
Okay. I was very confused there.
I'm ready to be taken.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, I am too, and that's why we're gonna end this fucking shit show. Episode 40, ladies and gentlemen. It's been From the Sidelines. I mean, you know, Lonestar Major, we did it, we went there, and yeah, we got Philly now coming up. It's gonna be the next one that's on the agenda.
Oh yeah, man, the fucking most expensive one for us West Coasters.
And it's funny because that's the one I actually legitimately don't like going to, because travel just sucks on it. It's
at least the venue, right? If it's the same venue that it was last year, which it more than likely will be, right?
Yeah.
At least they got time to grow the fucking grass.
That's true. It's not, you know, the Dust Bowl Open that it was that first year.
And the thing is, if it is the Dust Bowl now, I'm gonna blow a motherfucking gasket on Tom Cole.
Because last year it wasn't.
Last year
Tommy had a vision last year and it was amazing. But we all didn't get it.
Yeah. Tommy had a vision 2 years ago of Philly being so good, and then he took out the blindfolds, and it was like the Jackass music. It was like right, and it's like just a fucking field of just shit.
But you're skipping past what I'm saying here. He knew what it could become. You know, he saw this could be a field of dreams. Just didn't happen the first year.
Yeah, he saw the soccer field next door, and he's like, all right, I want that shit.
It's like, we could have that. Like,
yeah. He's like, we could have that. So let's go for that.
We could have a soccer field, but we destroy every piece of property we play on, so we'll never get to have grass that nice.
Okay. And now that you said that, thank you, Ryan. I want to say a fucking PSA, because I remember Dylan filmed it, posted a thing about it. If you're a paintball player in a tournament, pick up your fucking trash, man.
Yeah.
It makes us look so fucking bad. Mm-hmm. Come on. Right. Shout out to Dylan Fout for that. I definitely thought that was a post that spoke 1,000 words, because it's like, dude, we really do waste a fuck ton. Right, when it comes to plastic bags and fucking boxes and fucking just shit on the ground in general.
Yeah.
Pick up your fucking trash, people.
That's a hard one, because obviously, like, packaging is not going to just go away. We need to have shit that brings packaged stuff. So I think my side of it is always like, just clean up after yourself. Like,
exactly.
You know,
responsibly throw it away.
Yeah, or if, you know, like, they have the recycle bins at the NXL, they have those huge bins that they, like, throw all the cardboard in. Yeah, just throw your cardboard in there. Like, you know, I just, you know, obviously, if you know you're going to be doing a sport where you have to have kind of that garbage and shit with you, then just take care of it. That's all you got to do.
Exactly, right? And it's like, it's frustrating when you see people leave the pits and it's like they don't give a fuck. It's like all their fucking half-drank water bottles and shit are still on the table, and it's like, bruh, come on. Right? Yeah. And obviously... I really I could give less of a fuck, right? But it's because I care about the game so much, and it's like dude, venues are like, why the fuck would we ever want to have them come back when they treat the place like shit?
Yeah, like
right?
there's
So like they're
that's
coming
literally
to our
a line
home
and push.
fucking stomping on that shit.
It's literally a line in our most favorites, like, you know, old school documentary. Fucking, I forget who says it, but right at the beginning, just nothing left here but a bunch of caca. And yeah, like everyone leaves, but all the garbage and shit stays. So it's like maybe we should clean that up a little bit.
Right. A lot of the players don't understand how long the NXL crew really has to stay after to fucking pick the shit up.
They're there for pretty much 2 weeks, like from start to finish. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. And it's like people don't fucking understand that, dude. Pick up your fucking trash. Be responsible, man. Right.
It's not that hard.
And
brother.
obviously, come on, man. It ain't that hard.
Yeah, and that's from the Sidelines PSA for the week.
I feel like a fucking hippie, but I'm just like, come on.
I mean, yeah, and that's the one too. It's like I'm not the guy who's like, you know, we need to get rid of cardboard, but at the same time,
exactly.
It's like, you know, maybe we could fucking like vegan. Clean up after ourselves. Like that's, I guess, yeah.
Exactly. I'm not vegan or anything, but you know, clean up your shit a little bit.
Yeah, anything, even if you don't give a fuck about the planet, like that's not the side of it you care about. Just fucking courtesy for the people who are gonna like come and play in those pits after you. You know, like shit like that. You'd feel bad if you walked into that shit and it was full. All right.
Hell
well, both my co-hosts have now gone to their phones as they both are not looking at their cameras. So
I have a monitor right here actually.
And I also fucked up because I forgot to write down all my things. But let's see if I can do it off the top of my head.
You can't see what I'm looking at.
That's a good point. I like how when you get closer, you get the wide angle head. It's pretty fire.
I'm trying to become a professional paintball player, so I'm looking at everybody's fucking eyes, Brando. You better watch out.
Damn, Brandon. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see if I can remember the things I say. Rating, that's a huge one. That's number one. Make sure you rate the show on Spotify or YouTube or, well, anywhere else you listen to it. If you drop a rating, helps us out, gets us up in the algorithm, and it's completely free to do. So takes nothing off your back and helps make us look good. Make sure you subscribe to the show. So like same thing with rating. It's going to be on those different platforms. Just hit the little sub button. Nice part about that, you're just going to get access to the show, whether it'll be audio or video, right when it's ready to go. So second it's going live, it's going to be downloaded on your phone waiting for you. We also have, I think fuck. I don't know. I fucked up. I threw my old thing away and I didn't have this shit written down. But what do I always talk about during this section? Liquid IV, NECTR. Got to talk about those guys. Appreciate them. Liquid IV. That's Liquid IV. Or I think it's just liquid.iv is their URL. But if you head over there, you can get 20% off with code Mafia_Moffitt. We also have NECTR, like I was saying with them, NECTR.energy/MafiaProductions. That's where you can get more information on that product. And yeah, I know I'm definitely forgetting something. Merch, that's what it is. Well,
also shout out to Maurice's for paying my boy Ryan.
Yeah, that's fire. I appreciate him. Thank you. Hopefully that invoice goes well. But yeah, merch, MafiaDigitalMedia.com. You can head over there. You can pick up stuff. Hatch is wearing the sweatshirt tonight. I also got
what's up, baby?
My event sweatshirt. This is like the only sweatshirt I wear to events pretty much at this point, but my Mafia Productions one. And yeah, you guys are probably really sick and tired of hearing my congested ass voice, so I think we're finally at the end now. I mean, shit, you guys got any final thoughts?
Fuck, man, time to get better, dude. Get better or fucking go home.
Get better. Yeah. Win or go home. That's old saying.
But the thing is, right, and like I said the last episode, even though we got fucking completely dismantled and shit on, the only L we realistically took is for learning, right? We learned a shit ton.
L for learning.
Right? L for learning. You know what they say.
L for love.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Back to grinding.
Yeah, back to the grind.
L for grinding.
Brandon, I mean, we didn't even talk about the work or the training and shit you had to do, but it looks like it's paying off as your head is getting bigger physically in the camera. But yeah, so
I'll put that down for the next episode.
I was gonna say, yeah, maybe we'll talk about that next episode if you guys are very excited to hear about Brandon's personal life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for Brando Baird, for Stephen Hatch, my name is Ryan Mafia Moffitt, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here, and I'm gonna go to bed.
I love you guys. All right, y'all.
Hit them with it.
Bye.
See you guys in the next one.